like my honey's blue. Bad bitches, yeah, I keep them by the two. It's a big difference between me and you. I ain't nothing like you or you. I'm on a whole nother level. These bitches is out of their league. These bitches ain't batting like me. You bitches ain't better than me. You bitches don't count on me. Bitches can't count. I am not the one, 2 or the 3. You bitches look up to me. You say you look up to her, but really you look up to me. I can't be playing with niggas. I'm married to G. I got some niggas that do what I say. If I tell them to shoot, they pull up from the 3. When bitches be rapping, I'm laughing. It sound like you trying to me. I'm who you dying to be. Well, somebody cop all these groupies a ticket, cause I'm who they dying to meet. I'm in the city, I drop a location and all of the killers come out. These niggas be fighting for y'all, but they play the back when them killers is out. When them killers is out, cut them off like the scissors is out. When Bobby touched down, the baddest of bitches is out, like my honey's blue.
One more time.
Like my honey's blue.
Hey.
Bad bitches, yeah, I keep them by the two.
Hope it's a big difference between me and you. I ain't nothing like you or you. I'm on a whole nother level. These niggas is out of their league. These niggas ain't batting like me. You bitches ain't better than me. You niggas don't count on these bitches can't count. I'm not the 1, 2 or the 3. You niggas look up to me. You say you look up to him, but really you look up to me.
I can't be playing with niggas. I'm married to G.
I got some niggas that do what I say. If I tell them to shoot, they will look on the 3. When bitches be rapping, I'm laughing. It sound like you trying to me. I'm who they dying to be. When somebody copping these groupies a ticket, cause I'm who they dying to be.
I'm in the city, I drop a location and all of the killers come out.
These niggas be frontin' for y'all, but they play the back when the killers is out. When the killers is out, cut them off like the scissors is out. When the CTV in town, the bags of niggas is out.
Like my honey's blue.
Hey! What's going on, Consciouz Crew? How doing? I got parachutes on standby. Deborah, hush your face, girl. What's going on? How doing? Let me change up my microphone, girl. How doing? Bad bitches, yeah, I keep them by the 2. Hope it's the big difference between me and you. I ain't nothing like you or you. Hi, Consciouz Crew. It is a wonderful, blessed Thursday. Hope you guys are having a awesome Thursday, girl. We're only a few hours away from TGIF, honey, so you can pop that puss on the weekend and go to church like nothing sinful happened on Sunday, girl, and have all of your sins washed away. So looking forward to TGIF. Also, girl, we got a little bit of things to get into. There's a lot. I didn't know it was a lot going on. Okay, I just got informed that 27 Days had just wrapped up a commentary, girl, where he was dropping receipts, child, and everything, girl, on his situation over at the free event called Zeus, girl. And we're going to talk about those receipts as well, girl. We may even open up with all of that, all right? But before we even get into this discussion, you already know what I need you all to do. First and foremost, honey, which is to thumbs up this video. You need to like, girl, like until it's up, honey, stuck on the like button. Not only does pressing like or thumbing up a video trigger up the algorithm, but more importantly, girl, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you press like on the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of other Consciouz Crew members who are subscribed and have their notifications set to all, but for whatever reason are not getting their notifications. But when you bam on that digital door, baby, you are telling them to get their arses up in the sanctuary, because the king is indeed kangin'. So whether you are a bush baby, whether you're actively out here in these streets in real time, girl, or rather, in fact, okay, you are a part of the replay gang, please run the thumbs up. It don't cost you nothing, all right? Also, I do have super freaky Grandma Remastered Remix on standby, and or Aaliyah and R. Kelly's eldest daughter, LaGina Go's 4-page letter rendition acoustic version on standby to help you all be motivated to hit that thumbs up, honey. Y'all know that I'm petty and that I will, in fact, seize the kingdom through violence, baby. I'm a Scorpio, honey. We're ruled by the planet of Pluto. So I think that, you know, says it all. All right. What's up? Shout out to all of the new subbies, honey. We have started doing shorts on the platform, girl. So those are going well. I posted my first short on yesterday and got 1,000 views and growing, honey. So, girl, we're up, honey. We're lit. And I'm super excited to, you know, get into the shorts multiverse, girl. I'm probably going to be making specific content for the YouTube shorts, honey, because we know that ADHD is sitting in on these hoes, girl, and they can barely survive an hour's worth of commentary unless you a bad bitch like me, girl, unless you're just iconic as a commentator like myself, okay, where you can just grab and polarize the people for that long, girl. A lot of the girls really don't got it anymore, girl, where they really never had it, so they have to depend on those 60 seconds, child. Now, there is a niche market over there in the shorts multiverse, girl, but a lot of these hoes know nobody want to look or listen to them, girl, for more than 60 seconds, girl. So they got to gobble that up. But I'm about to go right on over there to Miss Shorts Multiverse and dominate as well. All right. What's up? Make sure that you have your notification bell set to all so that you never miss a day or the hour where the king shall be kinging. And you need to share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, girl, whether that be Facebook, Yo Book, the Bible Book, MySpace, Yo Space, Tumblr, the dark side of Twitter, your personal OF. I don't give a damn where you lay the link, honey. Just let them whores know the real loud, live, and in color. And with no further ado, yeah, let's go ahead and push on through. Oh, girl.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, y'all. Let me chitter chat and welcome some of the people coming into the building. Oh hell no, not the Nikki or LaGina. What's going on? Oh, Nancy Piece of Lisa. Hey boo, what's going on, Romanine? Hey Rumors T. Hey Erica. What's going on, Doc from NC? What's going on, Deborah? Hey Vicky. What's going on, Corinthia? Hey Lonnie. What's going on, Kev B, Baby Father? What's going on, Lateria? Hey T Davis. What's going on, Andrew? Hey Nakia. What's going on, Shea Butter? Hey Intersex. Hey Boo. I know you messaged me earlier. I'm a reply, boo, okay? What's going on, Moesha Fan account? What's going on, Bougie Barbie? Hi. What's going on, Hot Wings? What's going on, Captivating Christian? Let me text you right now. Shout out to Captivating Christian, girl. CCNTV in the building. What's going on, Cheryl? What's going on, Jay West Brookful? What's going on, Ian Gardner? Hey, Keeney. Hey, C. Wilson. What's going on? Hey, Sabra. What's going on, Jay West? Hey, Courtney. What's going on, Hemi30? Hey, Coder Girl. What's going on, Tarita? Hey, Love. Hey, Courtney. Hey, Monica. Hey, Demetria. What's going on, JJ Nessa? Hi. What's going on, Charity the Gift? Hey, Star. What's going on, Octavia? Hey, Rajan. What's going on, Caitlin? Hey, Ashley. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing today, Bria? Hey, Sharon. What's going on? Fuck ya, hater. I changed my name because Stalker season is. What's going on, IG? Hey, St. Marquise. What's going on, Lauren? Hey, Ken. Hey, baby mother. What's going on, Renee? Hi. All right, y'all. So y'all in the building, girl. Okay, it's a lot going on, girl. Hold on. Let me turn down this background music. It is not Siri, girl. Taking on sentient consciousness, girl. That's me in the background, girl, with looking ass niggas, because we know them looking ass niggas are in the bushes, girl. All right, so it's a lot going on, girl. We're gonna get into some things. You guys know that I recently did a hot topics, girl, that a lot of you got y'all life off of, girl, especially, girl, when we got to miss Zeus network event, girl, where the YouTube uploaders, girl, were swinging and banging on each other's rat tails and wigs, girl, okay? That commentary got such rave reviews, girl, that y'all won't be covering everything these whores do, and that'll never happen, honey, okay? I only reported on the Zeus network event because y'all just overwhelmed me, girl, because y'all just knew that my commentary would give, honey. Y'all knew it would give what needed to be gave, girl. Y'all know that the commentary was going to understand the whole entire assignment, child, okay? So, you know, I took one for the team, bowed down and kissed the rank, and submitted myself to the torture of listening to these whores, okay? And really made it worth y'all time and mine as well, okay? Now, speaking of the commentary getting such rave reviews, girl, okay, I want to shout out to blogger Coffee City, who started off as a content creator who used to cover YouTube news, girl. She would cover me, she would cover 27 Days, she would cover Mammy Radio, she would cover, a lot of her favorite content creators, child, where she posted me over on her Instagram page, girl, where she covers celebrity news, girl, and she just had to let me know that she was in goddamn tears, honey, okay, from the commentary, okay? That's Miss Coffee City who wrote, I'm so sorry, but Consciouztv commentary on Mr. Wiggins and Doughnut me up, girl, fight has me in tears, literally. Conscious, you need to stop. By the way, I do not agree with everything he's saying. His commentary was just funny to me, and the way in which he was saying things, just making that clear before these big content creators go on station head and off her head, okay? So shout out to Coffee City, all right, for showing the nigga some love, honey, all right, and for getting her everlasting life because she don't give a damn either, okay? Now, as I was preparing for this commentary, girl, I saw in my chat that a commenter said that 27 Days had just showed some receipts over on her channel, girl. I don't know that because I'm not subscribed. I don't watch 27 Days content. So I'm glad that you mentioned that because I had pushed over there real quick, girl, and had fast forwarded all up and through that shit, girl, to find where and what the receipt was. And let's go ahead and start there before we, conclude with myself. Well, before we even get there, honey, let me just also say I want to shout out to Knockout Media. You guys know that me and Knockout Media parted ways earlier this year, girl. And all that played out live on my channel, and we hadn't spoke for months. Well, I did get a call from Knockout Media yesterday, girl, and that conversation blessed my soul. You guys also know that Knockout Media had interviewed Doughnut me up a few months ago. I did not reach the commentary because I didn't listen to the commentary because I didn't want to be triggered, because unlike Doughnut me up, Knockout Media was actually my friend, and all my friends know my politics. The only bitches that can hurt me, the only bitches that can offend me, the only bitches that can really make me feel some actual kind of way are people who had my heart, which are my friends and my family. So I was concerned with whatever angle that an agenda that Knockout Media had with interviewing Doughnut me up, girl, because I know he was disgruntled as well, and I didn't know, girl, whether he was going to go to the left, whether he was going to go to the right. So I said, you know what? Because when he and I parted ways, I kept it real cute. I didn't take the social media. I didn't put him on blast. I didn't do any of that. I chilled out, and I think I gave one commentary, and it might have been after he had actually interviewed Doughnut me up, and I just expressed the way I felt about the breakdown of the friendship, because when he and I fell out, that was the first time in our entire friendship that we had actually had a moment. We never had an argument. We never had any tension. There was never any pressure. We had a really great friendship. So what you all saw play out between me and Knockout was the first time there was ever a moment. And because I was reading the room and I understood that his ops were also watching, I made sure to keep it cute rather than playing into the moment and giving his ops what they wanted, because I assumed that he and I was probably going to speak the next day or the day after that. and just clear everything up and move on about our business. So I didn't have enough of an ego to really like argue with him back. I preferred to have protected him in that moment like I did. But we didn't end up talking. And then that led to the actual breakdown. And then I just, you know, moved on with my life. You guys know I did report on Knockout being shot, I think a month ago, when he had released the information around the incident concerning him and his brother, and we spoke about that over in Patreon, and we wished him light and love and all of that as well in a speedy recovery, which he has definitely had. The nigga made out of vibranium chai. And then that was that. So yesterday I was just minding my business, girl. I was just existing, girl, vibrating, honey. Okay, just being a witch. Okay, doing me. You know, enjoying the multiverse and the laws and manifestations thereof. And then I got a phone call from a number I didn't recognize. I don't answer phone calls I don't recognize. I don't text bitches from numbers that I don't recognize. If you're not saving my phone, you're not getting me on the phone. That's my rule of thumb. So he had texted me as soon as I didn't answer, because he already know how it goes. He was like, just knock out. So I called him, girl, and I can't even front, bitch. It felt so good to talk to my friend again. It felt so good to have that heart-to-heart discussion and to, you know, just know first and foremost that he's well and that he's alive, because I would have been devastated. Even though he and I wasn't speaking, I would have been devastated had Knockout Media lost his life and he had succumbed to his injuries, girl. Like, I would have lost my shit. So for him to call me, girl, and for him to apologize for everything and to just give me context for, you know, what was going on at that time that, you know, kind of made him get into the space that he was in, which wasn't just with me. He was in a space in general, girl. And, you know, I ended up being a casualty of war. And, you know, I received it, man. It was so sincere. It was so heartfelt. And I know it takes a lot for a man to be able to take ownership, because men are not socialized, girl, to be repentant thereof, girl. They are not socialized, honey. Okay, for any of that emotional intelligence shit, girl. They're just, you know, society just does not groom and nurture men in that way. Women are more likely, you know, to have empathy, to have regret, to act on those feelings of regret, which is maybe leading them to an apology, leading them to make things right, etc. Rarely do we see that from men, especially straight men, girl. So I had to put respect on the fact that he just had, you know, the consciousness to even reach out to me after all this time, not knowing really probably how I felt or what the energy in the room would be, etc., girl. And he did his thing, child. So apology accepted, girl. I'm gonna get more into it in Patreon. So if you're in Patreon, child, you know, sign up to Patreon. Or we'll get into a nuanced discussion over there. But he did call me. All things are well. I love Knockout Media down boot. I don't use the term friend loosely on this motherfucker. There have been people that I have had the luxury of actually becoming friends with that I met through social media. And I really cherish those relationships. And that was a relationship that I was intentional about cultivating. So super happy that he reached out to me and you know, he gave what needed to be given in that discussion. So, you know, I'm totally fucking here for it. So nanny boo boo, nanny boo boo. Because that was another motherfucking relationship that Doughnut me up, tried to hijack, girl, when he thought that me and Knockout was on the outs, and reached out to him, girl, in order to have a space to talk about me in, because that's just how obsessed and pussy coochie whip these hoes are. All right. But how about that, bitch? Okay. Another win for the witch, girl. Child. Now, speaking of witches, girl, 27 days, girl. Unhinged with Budweiser case. Ex-mentee girl, the one who struggled to get a Dr. Sebi interview going, girl. Okay, the one who didn't know how to hook his Beats headphones up to his soundboard and shit, girl, and just wanted to unhinge to do all the work, girl. Okay, the one who initially came on YouTube talking mad shit about her, only to turn around and want to be mentored by her, only to turn around and be disgruntled by her once she didn't want to mentor him for no more than 27 days, girl. And it's been up from there. Wow. All right, you guys know that 27 days is just as bad as damn unhinged, girl. Neither one of them can keep no goddamn friends, child. Okay, so not only did he fall out with unhinged, girl, he also had fell out with his long-term high school lesbian butt buddy, Holiday Heart. Y'all know the girl who wears the synthetic lace wig, dreadlock wig, girl. Yeah, her, honey. Okay, the one with the struggle account who also can't keep no friends. She done lost Jaguar right, girl. She done lost 27 days, bitch, okay? All these, you know, that's the pathology of these hoes. None of them can't keep no friends, girl. What is the tea, girl? I just realized I'm talking about a bunch of friendless motherfucking hoes, girl, okay? That's weird, honey, that after all I done been through on social media, girl, me and Larry Reed still tighter than thieves, girl. Me and Sherelle, me and Purry, girl. Even Jason Lee turned around and had to apologize to the Queen, girl. Okay, CTV herself, girl. I'm the only bitch who gets to rise through the ashes, girl, with all that I came into the light with, honey. Talk about a underdog story, girl. Okay, so y'all know. They fell out with each other, girl, and they took to the internet, took the station head, girl, and they got to telling all each other's business, girl. Y'all know that Holiday Heart, girl, was talking about how he had to give 27 days and his boyfriend room and board, girl, that they was stinking up the sofa. They was driving and wrecking his damn vehicles, girl, eating up all his hog maw, eating up all his strained beans, eating up all his pork chop, eating up all his dead meat, girl, and wasn't even paying the liquor rent, wasn't putting damn $20 toward a utility in the home, girl. Okay, just girl, bootlegging and freeloading, girl. All right. Then he also said that he had surveillance, girl, of 27 days bringing niggas into Holiday Heart's home, girl, and having unprotected sex out here with them niggas in his home on his sofa in his futon, which I thought to be outrageous, because this was the same content creator who was absolutely outraged over Justin J admitting that he has HIV, admitting that he also is on his meds and he's also undetectable, and he still enjoys condomless sex. But then the same content creator who has admitted that he also has participated in raw sex, and that his homegirl from way back when has said, girl, he been swinging and banging inside the girls, raw dogging it all, just enjoying free balling, girl, was upset at somebody else free balling, was upset at somebody else not putting on a condom, was upset at somebody else, girl, slanging and banging a motherfucking dick and they pussy meat all around, girl, and then had the unmitigated gall, okay, to be upset at another bitch's right to plunge and dunk, girl, and shoot the club up condomless style, honey. And I just don't be understanding the hypocrisy, but that ain't what we're here to talk about. All right. So all of that was going on, girl. They dragged the living shit out of each other, girl. 27 days said that Holiday Heart was the kind of friend that he didn't want to be seen in public with, girl, that he even had hit that girl up behind the scenes telling her, girl, we can't have no more visible association, girl. Okay, you a day walk. You are a you are not a day walker, girl. I'm not willing to be seen with you, girl. I'm not willing to be associated with you, girl. If we're gonna be friends, we're gonna have to be friends in the nooks and the crevices of the world, baby. All right. And because Holiday Heart is desperate, girl, she ain't had no choice but to sign and seal that contract, because she's a straggler and a squatter girl. All right. So all of that was happening, girl. She also talked about one time where Holiday Heart was drunk up off the Hennessy, girl, drunk down boots because his life is never, ever headed anywhere, girl. And how Holiday Heart wanted to stay over at 27 Days house, child. And 27 Days initially was cool with it, but he had only had one other room available, and that room was already preoccupied by another nigga that was at his house. And the nigga did not want to share a bed with that wide back funky bitch. Okay, so unfortunately, Holiday Heart girl was forced, girl, to get behind the wheel of the vehicle, girl, drunker than Dakota Brown, honey. Okay, high speeding it down the interstate, girl, trying to safely make it back, girl, to her Motel 6, girl, back to the extended stay, girl, back to the goddamn Red Roof Inn, girl, where luckily she did ended up pulling into the parking lot, you know, swiftly and very professionally, girl. So, girl, oh, what a friendship, girl. Could you imagine your friend putting your stinking ass out of their motherfucking house, girl, because they didn't want you coughing up all that brown liquor, girl, all over they goddamn Marshall's rugs, girl. Okay, all over they good city trend shit, girl. Okay, and you gotta fight for your life out there on the interstate, girl. And these girls considered each other friends, girl. This is Team 2 merch. Okay, so after all of that had happened, y'all know that Done Knotted Me Up, girl. If y'all don't know who Done Knotted Me Up is, girl, how doing? How doing? And thumbs up the video, girl. Please don't make me pull out Legina Gold, honey, because y'all know that I'm violent, honey. Y'all know that I'm very violent, girl. Okay? Y'all don't know who Done Knotted Me Up, girl. This is her. Okay? Hold on. Hold on. All right? So y'all know that Done Knotted Me Up, girl, had done also fell out with Holiday Heart, who he was trying to clout chase off of, girl. And amidst all of this, Wiggins tried to develop a relationship and a rapport with Done Knotted Me Up, girl. Okay? Mr. Push It Out. Because he was hoping to use that bitch as a puppet and to use him to do his dirty work as it relates to what's now a mutual enemy amongst them both, which is Holiday Heart, the dreadlock wearing wig, grizzly bear. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all through a series of text messages, girl, because you know I never put the receipt show. This will be my first time putting the receipt show since I canceled Done Knotted Me Up, girl, since I control alt and deleted that bitch from reality, girl, and she been a disgruntled employee ever since, girl. And I just let her, girl, just ruminate, and I let her spin all the narratives, and I just let her, you know, like flip the narrative and just lie as much as she wanted to. I wanted to give the girl all the time to get it out, girl, so that I could, first of all, enjoy the shit show. And then I could use all of those lies, girl, to really highlight just how much of a liar and how psychotic and deeply mentally ill and fucked up in the soul and the head this hoe is, okay? And that's what we're going to do here tonight. Now, amidst all of that, 27 Days ended up following Done Knotted Me Up on Instagram. Done Knotted Me Up sent me the screenshot of 27 Days following him. And once again, this is amidst all their drama with Holiday Heart, girl. So then they start communicating through the DMs. Of course, Done Knotted Me Up is communicating to me what the tea is, what Miss 27 Days want, girl. Of course, all this, all that. It is what it is, all right? But then they end up falling out too, because you know narcissists can never sustain no relationships, okay? Narcissists don't have no choice but to self-sabotage every opportunity, which is why these hoes be getting kicked out of court systems. They be getting kicked off of properties, girl. They be getting evicted from Zeus network parties, girl. Narcissists are just professional, perpetual sabotagers, girl. It's just in their nature, girl. It don't matter if they really got skill. It don't matter if they really got charisma. All of that shit is irrelevant to a narcissist, girl. None of those giftings will save them because their nature is fragmented and broken and always overwhelmed and get the very best of them, okay? So, of course, Doughnut Me Up also blew that relationship too. But like I told y'all before in previous live streams, the reason why I never felt sorry for 27 days was because, girl, she only tried to build a rapport with the bitch in order to spite Holiday Heart, girl. Okay? She was being opportunistic, as all narcissists are, all right? We're going to get into how me and Doughnut Me Up, girl, also came into contact with one another, girl. We're going to receipt that down. Well, you know, ever since that relationship blew a keg, that now Doughnut Me Up in 27 days been on the outs as well, okay? So y'all know about the recent events that happened over the weekend, girl. Zeus Network was holding a free lunch event at the Zeus headquarters, girl. And the girls ran down there to get their ham sandwiches, girl. They ran down there to get their chocolate milk, to get their plastic utensils and everything, girl. They stood in line accordingly, girl. Okay, in 127,000 degree California sun weather, okay, to get their free lunchings, girl. All right, well, once in the establishment, girl, apparently, girl, there was a Ponderosa, girl, that Doughnut Me Face was invited to by 6 other Butch Queen ninjas, girl, who gathered his ass if you let 27 days tell it, girl. All right? But then once that beautiful being footage had ran, after Doughnut Me Up claimed that he had done knotted 27 days up, and 27 days had done alleged that his clique had knotted up, Doughnut Me Up, girl. The beautiful being footage revealed that neither one of them hoes got to even pinch the other bitch and were both thrown out on their asses, girl, okay, to the curbsides of LA, child, dazzled, dizzy, and frizzy, all right? And y'all know it's been continuously up from there between the two, to the point that now they have been addressing the situation and some alleged receipts have been dropped. Now, this is where I'm confused at before we get to the receipt that 27 Days had pulled up on her commentary earlier. Is that she had a female by the name of Cupcake, girl. Y'all know Cupcake was involved in some drama involving 27 Days a few months back, where I think actually this was when 27 Days and Mammy Radio had found out on spot in real time after they had used their free Uber passes to get down there to the courthouse for the Tory Lane stuff, that they were blocked, girl, that there was a cease and desist on their presence at the courthouse, child. So they had no wasted time getting dressed up in their most luxurious Fashion Nova, girl, and needed something else to do after they wasted their time going down there. And Cupcake was one of the individuals who was with them. Now, Cupcake, apparently, if you let her tell it, girl, she's a socialite. Based upon what I extrapolated from her, girl, she's very much so extroverted, very bubbly, very outgoing, honey. She's kind of like she's very bubblegum, like very, you know, sitting up in my room, Brandy type of personality type, right? And apparently, shit went completely left once Cupcake, 27 Days, and Mammy Radio had headed to some hotel in LA that had 27 layers of stores, restaurants, eateries, pantries in it. And apparently, they found an eatery to eat at the hotel. And Cupcake had allegedly ordered $47.25 worth of fries, okay? And then she had hauled ass, girl, to go, you know, to go get active elsewhere, girl. I guess Cupcake was, you know, trying to find the dick, baby, okay? Because there was nothing that a straight woman and a gay-ass man was going to be able to do for the type of time her coochie was on, girl. So she went on pooching through to find the niggas, just like CTV would have did. All right. So apparently the bill had done came and Cupcake had not returned, girl, to pay for her $47.25 as French fries And 27 Days had to end up swiping her My Vanilla card, girl, and taking one for the team. So, of course, this proceeded to gaslight and trigger up 27 Days, girl. So she went flying through every escalator and elevator in a hotel, girl, to find out which one of these goddamn rooms Cupcake was riding dick in, bitch, because somebody was gonna come up with her $47 and her 25 cents, bitch. Apparently, they found Miss Cupcake, girl, 7.5 floors down, okay, at another wing and bar type of a situation, girl. And according to Cupcake, girl, 27 Days came flying through the goddamn doors faster than this bitch. I mean, her goddamn wig was then peeling off at the level of velocity, girl, that she was charging through the building with, girl. Came up to her, cussed her out, from a floating opportunity to Amazing Grace, girl. Okay, in front of everybody. Once again, resulting in all of their asses being kicked out by the bosses of the establishment, girl, who told them to get their black ass on before he called LA's 911 and have their asses police brutality down, girl. Okay, so they ended up banned from the courthouse, only to go to some lavish hotel, girl, and also be kicked out and banished, girl, from one of the hot wings restaurants inside the goddamn hotel, girl. Just ghettoing up the city of LA, baby. All right, so 27 Days and Mammoth Radio apparently had took to their platforms, girl, and gave their renditions and dragged the shit out of Cupcake. I didn't watch Mammoth Radio's commentary nor 27 Days because I really didn't give a fuck. And Cupcake was just feeling away, girl, about how everything went down, etc., because she just felt like it wasn't that deep. And what's $47? And, you know, she could have been addressed like a fucking lady, okay? But she forgot the person who was addressing her thinks that she's a fucking lady. So, you know, she had her feelings about it, but she ultimately gave a middle finger to both of them hoes, and she pushed on about her business. So that was the last time that I had heard about Cupcake. I think she went on to start a podcast and various things and to become a content creator, all right? Next thing I see, girl, because y'all know I had to cover the news and all of that regarding all of this debauchery and ghetto shit going down over at Zeus between these YouTube uploaders, is Cupcake also was in partnership, girl, and in company with Doughnut Me Up at the Zeus Network. She actually was there in line with them girls, okay? And she saw partially what happened, but Cupcake said, baby, she hauled ass midway because she really just don't do black shit, girl, okay? She don't do hood shit, girl, okay? She even told Doughnut Me Up, girl, don't ever invite me to no ratchet ass black shit ever again, girl. Don't you even dare send me the invite, girl. Don't even think of me, girl, okay, the next time that you need a partner in crime, girl, because I don't want to be a partner in crime in an area of LA that's crime ridden, girl, okay? And Doughnut Me Up, you know, followed up with saying, girl, he don't do black shit either, which is why I really don't know then what's the big deal, girl. Why is everybody running behind Zeus Network when all these girls claim to be so above Zeus, girl? They're so above the ghetto shit. They're so above the hood shit, but they just keep getting kicked out of everything, keep fighting everywhere, girl. You can't go to a bar with these bitches. You can't go to the courthouse with these hoes, girl. At some point, these bitches won't even be able to come out their apartments at all, okay? So all that went on. But when I was loading up for this here commentary, somebody in the chat has said 27 Days just released the tea over on his platform. So I had to ran over there real fast, girl, to see what it had gave. And he, in fact, also had Cupcake on his platform. So my question is, what is Cupcake's motive? Because she over there dropping the bean on Doughnut Me Up. You know, she dropping the dime on his ass. She's sending receipts to 27 Days. And she's supposed to be adjacent and friendly with Doughnut Me Up, girl. So I don't understand, girl. Like, is it giving real opti? Like, did something happen like within the last 10 hours, girl? Because isn't Cupcake supposed to be not liking 27 Days, girl? And Wasn't she all over on Doughnut Me Up's platform, girl, like supporting her and feeding her side of the story and, you know, team Doughnut Me Up and all of this, but now she out live and in color in 4K with her best Maybelline on, girl, shining bright like a diamond over there on 27 Days platform, girl. She didn't even think Doughnut Me Up's platform was even worth her having to cam up on, girl. She been a whole avatar every time she had to give commentary to support him over there on his raggedy shit, girl. But she pulled out her best lace, honey. She pulled out the best Gorilla Glue, girl, to make sure, honey, okay, that the girls knew that she, okay, was in the building. All right, so okay, they did but I wonder, a truce based upon what? What was the nature of the truce, Lily? Is me like, did she not have a conversation with her friend? She ain't have a conversation with Doughnut Me Up, girl. You just gonna go because you know, truth is one thing. Like us waving the white flag is one thing. Switching teams is switching teams. Conscious, supposedly the beef wasn't that deep with her in 27 days. She apologized. She seems phony to me. The nut tried to get her to file a false police report. Wow. But ain't he the one over there talking about hoes is playing police games? Why he the one trying to run down there to get folk to file police reports and shit, girl? This is not making no girl. It's girl. This is Team 2 merch, girl. All this flip-flopping, all this belly flopping these hoes doing, girl. I can't keep up with who's supposed to be who. Who's supposed to be friends with who, girl? Who's supposed to be... This is confusion. She was on Doughnut Me Up yesterday, and he tried to steer the convo and get her to agree with his account, and she was like, nah, I left, so I didn't see what happened. Okay, Mimi said she wanted no parts of scamming the legal system, period. Okay, false police reports are definitely illegal. I think they are felony level, and your ass can be charged and booked and busy down there to the LA precinct, child, for playing in PD's face. Andrew said she didn't like that Doughnut Me Up was trying to get her to lie and go, oh, okay, so that was her catalyst, girl, when she saw that Doughnut Me Up was on her fuck shit like I did. Okay, she moved on swiftly and professionally. All right, shout out to Cupcake, girl. That's how you supposed to do it, girl. Okay, it's one thing to support a bitch, girl, but then when a bitch starts lying and a bitch starts, you know, trying to go off into some other areas, girl. Okay, you got to pull the parachute, bitch, just like his jacket did when 27 Days Crew had uppercutted his ass up out of that fragmented ass refurbished Versace coat that he was wearing, girl. Okay, she didn't even have no weight on it, girl. That jacket hit the floor immediately, bitch. Okay? They have no real loyalty to anyone. People kept saying how they don't trust her. Girl, I don't trust none of them whores. All right? Well, nonetheless, they were over there chopping it up, girl. Serving it up cold. And allegedly, Cupcake sent 27 Days a receipt, girl, and the receipt receipted, girl, okay? Because y'all know that 27 Days narrative has been, I don't know this girl, I don't fuck with this girl, I came to do me at this free Zeus lunch event, girl. Me and my crew came to do us. Now look, I don't fuck with 27 Days at all. But I'm able to side with right and call out wrong, whatever direction it's in. And what I can say in 27 Days defense, because Doughnut Me Up thought that he was doing himself a service by uploading a clip of Holiday Heart on the sidewalk, sweaty, frazzled, hot, and funky. And then showing 27 Days coming into frame and hugging somebody who was trying to get his attention and all of that. 27 Days didn't even seem to look in Doughnut Me Up's face, girl. She also, you know, had no type of aggressive energy toward Holiday Heart either. Okay? So it seemed that 27 Days did not come for no fuck shit, girl. Okay? She was doing her. All right. So since that's the actual case, Doughnut Me Up thought that the footage vindicated him because from his perspective, he's like, if these hoes wanted any smoke, then they would have did what they had to do while I was at the stop sign just getting off the city bus to pull up here, girl. Okay, when he didn't realize what he was actually saying. You actually are co-signing 27 Days narrative that he didn't come to be unprofessional, girl, and that he was paying you absolute dust, which is why he didn't get greasy with your ass out there at the stop sign off the bus you had just got off of in order to get to the free lunch event at Zeus, girl, for the needy and the hungry. Okay? Then when that other part 2 of that beautiful being footage dropped, and it showed Doughnut Me Up walking into frame to go and find a 27 Days who was twirling, twerking, busting splits, girl, and doing suicide dips on the goddamn dance floor, girl, minding her LGBT ass business. Here is Doughnut Me Up's confused and tethered, weathered ass coming into frame, girl, with a cup full of hot Aquafina ass water and plunging that shit into 27 Days face immediately, girl. Okay? Immediately, child. So it's not given to me that 27 Days was the antagonist. It's not given to me, girl, that 27 Days was coming to be the supervillain. It wasn't giving me, girl, that 27 Days was remotely pressed about Doughnut Me Up at all, girl. Okay? Now, anything that probably did happen as far as 27 Days putting her hand up in that girl's face or whatever it was, girl, was probably in response to subtle ass gaslighting shit that Doughnut Me Up was doing, because, you know, narcissists do everything and anything to get your attention, girl. Okay, they do everything to get your attention, girl. So I can only imagine, girl, how Doughnut Me Up was in that space, girl, being a fly that 27 Days was trying to shoot the fuck away, girl. The shoot away, girl, to get away from me, girl. Because we can't even get this girl to leave us alone on the internet, bitch. So I can only imagine the level of stalkering, girl. The level of menacing and terrorism, girl. What type of demon time that girl was on in person, girl. We can't even get that bitch to go find her another dick to suck, girl, on the internet. So I know he was pressed in person, girl. I just know it. And the beautiful being footage does show that, right? So because the narrative from Doughnut Me Up has been, I'm innocent, these hoes were the one bothering me, these hoes were the one harassing me, these hoes were the one antagonizing me, these hoes were the one doing the most to me. I was just there to be professional in my Plato's Closet Versace jacket, okay, and my Target watch. I was just there reminding me, girl. Well, the receipt that Cupcake provided proves that Doughnut Me Up once again was the antagonistic piece of shit that he always is in every situation. Whether it's a situation with her, with Hear Her TV, whether it's the situation, girl, with officially unqueen, girl, whether it's a situation with 27 Days, whether it's a situation with me, girl, whether it's a situation with Perry, whether it's a situation with Sherelle, girl, okay, always find a way to fuck it up. The receipt that Cupcake provided was allegedly Doughnut Me Up telling her through text, girl, to make sure that before she hits the StreamYard link to come on, that she supports his side of the story and do not tell the public that he in fact was the one agitating 27 Days. Don't tell nobody that, girl, because remember, his narrative and his lie is that he is the innocent one. That 27 days was the one on his ass, not the other way around. Even though the footages vindicate 27 days. And now this receipt further seals the fucking deal from Cupcake to 27 days. I'm going to let you guys see that receipt right here. How doing? Where that old nasty piece of receipt at, Gria? Where she at? How doing? I thought I had screen grabbed her. Wait a minute. Oh, how doing? I think I got it lined up. I think I got her lined up. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, girl, here's that receipt that Cupcake sent to 27 days, girl, to show the plot that was thickening behind the scenes. I told you, girl, all type of fuck shit be going on behind the scenes, girl, all right? So this is that receipt, girl. And this is Cupcake in the blue. This is Doughnut me up in the gray, girl. And she says I can do audio. She can't do FaceTime, girl. He running behind her, calling her 47 times, you know, in 60 seconds, girl. He trying to get her together before she comes on. And he says, don't mention that I tainted him with you. Make it seem like he just started shit from nowhere. Okay? She replies, it's Monday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, girl. I brought the dip heart emoji. Love you. Have a good day. Don't let this man get you overworked. And then it seems like right below here, he says something to the extent of thank you, something, girl. But here it is, y'all. The plot, girl. Don't mention that I was the one tainting him. Don't mention that, girl. Okay? Make it seem like 27 days was the one looking for the smoke. Make it seem like 27 days, girl, was the one looking for the fight, girl. Make it seem like I came to this free lunch Zeus event in my Plato's Closet Versace coat. Professional, girl. Looking to network. Looking for more victims that I can push it out to. Do not tell the public, girl, that I was the fucking antagonist, girl. That I did everything to get my ass popped. Okay? That I did everything in my power to antagonize 27 days and his friends, girl, to reiterate the Alabama riverfront brawl on my motherfucking asshole. Do not let the public know that I am innocent. I did nothing to get popped. I did nothing to get my eyeball swollen. I did nothing to end up in the back of an ambulance, girl, headed towards doctor's care, girl. I did nothing to have to require eyeball surgery, girl. Now, these girls are jealous of me, honey. These girls are feeling away and feeling inferior, girl, toward all of my talent. And all of my skill set, girl, and all of my giftings, girl. Okay? But here it is. The plot supposed, in the words of Jocelyn Hernandez. Don't mention that I taunted him with you. Make it seem like he just started shit from nowhere. Now, anybody who knows and is familiar with Doughnut Me Up will know that this behavior is consistent. Lying, manipulating, the fact that the truth ain't in this bitch. Okay? This is why I don't bother to fight with the hoe, because I find the hoe to be extremely pathetic. Like, one of the most pathetic energies and consciousnesses and persons and bodies I've ever came into contact with, girl. Like, so pathetic that I actually pity the hoe. The hoe can't even upset me or make me mad, girl, because she's just a pure joke. I feel like I'm watching liquefied trauma operate in the world, girl. You know, and I just pray for her. And then when she get a little bit too carried away, I have to throw a root on her ass and then make all hell bust wide open. Let me also tell you what's ironic, and I want you guys to pull your ears up to this part, bitch. Pull your motherfucking ears up to this part, girl. Let me tell you what's ironic, right? So 2 or 3 days before this Zeus free lunch event took place, right? I had got a text message. Let me see. Because I screenshotted all this shit. Girl, why niggas hitting me up talking about can they see me next week? Girl. Y'all know I'm fuck nigga free for 2023, girl. How doing? Cause his main line is blocked at this point, girl. Okay, but how doing? So he had to text me from a text now number. Cause you guys know he also good for that, child. He also good for that, girl. Hold on, let me find the number, girl. He texted me, girl, from a 310 number. Okay, a 310 number, girl. Of course, y'all know I don't answer numbers. I did not save to my phone, girl, and I don't respond back to bitches I don't fucking know, girl. You just end up on the block list immediately, girl. So I got this text message from a 310 number. And then when I didn't answer, of course, this person texted me at 5:45 p.m. on September the 15th and said, Conscious, you still got me wrapped in a cow tongue. Okay. He was asking me about the root work I had put on his ass. All right. So, of course, I didn't reply because clearly from the current status of your life, girl, obviously the cow tongue is still cow tonguing, girl. You know, you need not to ask me when you can literally see the results, girl, of you still being wrapped in double-sided magical tape stuffed in a goddamn refrigerator inside of an Aquafina bottle that got all type of curses written on top of it, girl. All right? So then he texted me again 3 hours later, girl, at 8:40 and said, where is the cow tongue? Question mark, girl. So this girl was pressed, girl, because the heat was heating up, girl, over on her side of reality, girl. And a bitch wanted to know where she needed to go, girl, to drudge up the skulls and the bones, honey, to undo the work that I had put on her ass. So 2 days after I got this text message, girl, from this 310 number, the same day I went live that night, right? And he had created another account in his own name, and he pulled up into my chat talking about you look a mess. So then I proceeded to cuss this bitch out, okay, and then to block him from the chat. But let me tell you how manipulative the hoe is. What the hoe did was then go to his platform, go live, and act like the account that was in my chat was a troll account, and then use my response, which was dragging the fuck out of him, who was actually behind the account, as an excuse to have to speak about me, girl, because he's that obsessed with my energy, girl. He needs to make contact with me that bad, girl. And when he can't get that supply from me, girl, when he can't get that attention from me, girl, okay, he has to find a way then to try to create a fight so that he can feed, right? So what he didn't tell his audience is that it wasn't a troll account because you was just texting me throughout the whole day before I even went live, and this account jumped into my chat. That's the part you're leaving out of, okay? But once again, I don't even care about public perception, so I don't clear shit up, okay? Because almost 10 years into being on social media, after going through everything in the sun, girl, I have truly transcended, the fuck shit of it all, girl. Okay, I actually encourage these girls to go spin narratives, girl. Say what you need to say, girl. Do what you need to do, girl. Boomerang it how you need to boomerang it, girl. Storytell it how you need to storytell it, girl, because it's irrelevant and none of this shit is actually harmful to me. Okay, so whatever hoes got to do for the sake of their egos, girl, do you. All right, I am Beyonce to the shit at this point, girl. You'll see me defending other people before I even defend myself, because that's how much personally I'm not bothered. I find the shit to be a key and a cackle. Okay? Yes, and desperate for content, Teresa. All right? So, mind you, this is where it gets interesting, right? Because I still had root work put on that bitch. Not even 48 hours later, after this bitch tried to fuck with me by starting a fight with me out of nowhere. Personally texting me out of nowhere. Coming into my chat out of nowhere. Spinning the narrative right afterwards on his platform out of nowhere, girl. I'm over here, girl, making America great again. Hey, judge and jury. Hey, boo. I'm over here making America great again, girl. Over here making America great again with y'all, girl, okay? Not bothering nobody, girl. Just doing me, girl. After this bitch came and fucked with me because I had that root work put on her, guess what happened 48 hours later? That bitch got socked in her motherfucking face, bitch. Dragged up and down South Boulevard in California, girl, okay? And then ended up dizzied and dazzled on the side of the road, having to walk home barefoot, bitch. 3 miles out from the event, girl. Okay, because Cupcake was already gone, honey, and she was not coming back to retrieve the damage thereof. 48 hours later, after that bitch tried to fuck with me in my chat, girl, that root work was activated on his baby. The Holy Ghost activated on his motherfucking ass, bitch. Okay? And he found himself thrown out of his jacket and thrown out of an entire establishment, girl. Busted and bruised up underneath his motherfucking eyeball. Which, if you notice, that's why that hoe didn't go live that night. He had a live schedule, girl, to go live that night about the fight, but he pushed it all the way to the next day, to 2 p.m., girl. And why he did that? He needed time for the ice to reduce the swelling. He needed time for the ice, girl, and the hot rag to reduce the boil. That's why his ass didn't go live that night, girl. He needed the damage to disappear, girl, or his face, or else his face would have been the receipt of all receipts, child. Because 27 days said they got it cracking, girl, once they got outside of the venue as well. See, that's what happens when you fuck with a magical bitch. Shit gonna keep popping off on your motherfucking ass. Okay, you can't fuck with a witch, girl. Who got that dust on you, girl? 48 hours later, after that bitch tried to fuck with me for no reason. That bitch is thrown down a jail, all jack, no heel. That's how karma works, girl. Okay? All things work for the well of the righteous. Now, I'm gonna make this next part real quick because I don't want to hold y'all long. We already an hour in, girl. So I ain't never do the receipt thing because, you know, don't line me up if just one of them hoes I just don't give a fuck about. Like, he's an entire, he's a caricature of a human being, girl. He's pathetic. And there's nothing that he can say or do, girl, that can be bothersome to me, girl. I thought it was actually cute how obsessed this bitch is of me, girl. But, you know, just a quick lineup before we go into this commentary and I drop these receipts, girl, is it took me a long time in my life to understand that I am a good pussy having bitch. I'm a good pussy having bitch. I'm a good dick having nigga. But it took me a long time to realize that good pussy and good dick first and foremost manifests as energy before it manifests as sexual swag. Okay? That it manifests as energy first and foremost. Because my whole life, girl, I did not understand why I can never say no to a nigga or never say no to a friend without either one losing their motherfucking minds. When I have been so good and so gracious to these whores. Okay? I have rendezvoused and ministered to the lowest, girl, to the thieves, the murderers, girl, to the hoodlums, the hoes, the prostitutes, girl. You know, I have went into the ghettos and the nooks and crevices of society, honey, and evangelized love and community and assurance, girl, and put it on the line for the needy. But then when them hoes would become too much and it was time for me to you know, move on, girl. It was time for me to Uber it on out the door, girl. It was time for me to tiptoe on out the sanctuary quietly. Hoes will always act a fucking fool. And there have been times where I have almost had to fight for the entirety of my life because the bitch didn't want to let me go. And I never understood why me walking away resulted in all this extreme breakdown and all this slander, all this lie, all this chaos, girl. Why? Well, it was because, bitch, good pussy energy, good dick energy is real, ho. And when people get a swift of that shit, honey, and if they are mentally unstable in any way, girl, if they are emotionally unstable in any way, girl, if they are spiritually ill in any way, girl, and you let them get a swift of good pussy energy, which can be represented, girl, in your love, it can be represented in your personality, and it's now going to be represented in mods blocking Shamil J. Okay, who's deaf, dumb, and motherfucking stupid, who's clearly illiterate and cannot hear nor comprehend well. So Miss Samir J, okay, what this good pussy energy is going to be represented as is sending her ass to Block Island, honey. So moderators, put that hoe into a Swiffer vacuum, honey, and dump her motherfucking ass off. Into the abyss where she belongs. I don't know how these whores even get over here, honey. Okay? Now, that good pussy energy, bitch. I didn't know that's what I was working with. I didn't know that people that I'm not even romantically or sexually involved with could behave as people that I've been romantically and sexually involved with. I did not know that people who I do not have any romantic or sexual ties to could act and behave just as erratic and out of their motherfucking minds as somebody who I have laid down with, who I have been intimately involved with. It took me a long time, girl, to do the math. I didn't understand that both parties are reacting to the same one energy. Okay? Because this is the energy first. Before it's ever a romantic or sexual proclivity, sexual romantic swag, it is a energy first. And it's good and it's rich and it's prospering and potent. And when you remove that from a person, removing that from somebody who's removing that from somebody who's emotionally stupid, removing that support, removing the reality and the sincerity and all of the hope and good that's in your presence and what you bring to these whores' lives, girl. If you remove that from a motherfucker who has an addictive personality type, who has a personality B type, who is narcissistic, sociopathic, homicidal, etc., girl, whether they're a friend, whether they are a lover, or whether they are a family member, girl, it can get your ass killed because a bitch can have an extreme adverse response, girl, to you withdrawing that energy from their life. This is why so many people are unalived by their friends. They're unalived by lovers. They're unalived by family members. Hell, they're unalived sometimes by motherfucking perfect fucking strangers, because you got strangers and fans out here unaliving their favorite content creators, girl. Y'all just heard about an influencer a few months ago, girl, who was unalived by a obsessive fan, girl, who broke into her home, almost unalived her mother, successfully unalived her, etc., girl. This energy does not require somebody to know you personally. This energy does not even require a personal relationship. You could just hey and buy a bitch. You could just be co-workers with a bitch. You could just be in the same neighborhood as a whole. This energy doesn't even have to result in a relationship to the recipient, girl. any level of proximity and access to this energy, girl, can drive these hoes out of their motherfucking flesh. If you withdraw said energy from those people. So I need all my good dick energy, all my good pussy energy having niggas and bitches in the world to be very aware, increase your self-preservation, girl, because by nature, you're going to attract your tribe members with this energy, but you're also going to attract some nasty parasitic ass motherfuckers. Because what that energy is love. What that energy is community. What you are equivalent to, bitch, is a walking hospital, and hospitals attract what? Patients. So the good, the bad, and everything in between, girl, is going to be gravitationally pulled into your life. And if you don't understand what's pulling them, girl, you won't understand how selective you need to be and how careful you need to be when it comes to who you give proximity to, who you give access to. You'll be around here with good pussy, good dick energy, girl, thinking you can just pooch around the world like everyday folk, girl, like average folk, bitch. And then you end up starring in an episode of the first 48 as a result. Because you, as a good pussy, good dick energy having ass motherfucker, can't do what everybody else can do. You can't just be friendly like everybody else can, girl. You just can't take in every stray cat and every stray dog like everybody else can, bitch. You can't do it, girl. Okay? For every gift, girl, comes a sacrifice, okay? Yes, communication is intercourse, all that. So you got to be careful, and a lot of people don't even know this dynamic with their lives. A lot of empathic people don't understand their gift. They don't even know what's going on. They're just experiencing the fuck shit. They don't really know why. And then they think they curse, and they go to some psychic bitch who telling them that they've been cursed out of Africa and need to bathe for several days, girl, and that they can list this curse for $25,000 motherfucking dollars off of their ass, girl. You ain't cursed, bitch. It's your gift in a state of chaos because you don't have any information about what you were born with, the nature you were born and birthed out of, and its effect and contribution and purpose in the world. And the Bible says that, girl, my people shall perish from a lack of knowledge, boo. When you don't know what's up with you, and you don't know what you giving and why it's given, girl, and you're never able to check the source and understand the source of the information, you will never be able to cure up the issue. You are never going to be able to situate your shit the way you need to be situated because you can't identify the core issue. The core issue is your gift, bitch. The core issue is the empathic nature, bitch. You got to come to knowing. All right. So let's get to the receipts, girl. So first and foremost, I don't know what all narratives has been spun on that bitch platform, aka Doughnut me up, girl, because I don't watch her. Okay. So I don't know what all the narratives have been, girl, but I'm just going to give y'all the facts and address what I have seen peripherally. Okay. I don't know what that girl has said, girl, about how me and her met, but this bitch ran after me, girl. I didn't know her from a can of paint on a wall. I saw her one time over on Sherelle's World because she had hit the panel looking for clout there. And I remembered her distinctly because she had my background as her background. Y'all know I had the colorful bricks going on. So she had a background with the colorful bricks too. Y'all know she came on here trying to steal everybody's superpowers, girl. She emulated my bricks. She stole Holy Spirit Activate from Sean Davey. She stole the raggedy ass Burger King crown from Holiday Heart, girl. Okay, she was trying to steal everybody's superpowers, bitch. Okay, so I had remembered her. So one day I was live after seeing her like a week maybe or so ago on Sherelle's World, and she was in my chat, and she was just being a normal fan, interacting with the commentary, and I had saw her avatar, which had the brick background. And I was like, oh, I remember you. I said, you seem familiar. Like, I know you from somewhere. And I was like, oh, from Sherelle's World. Like, you know, it was the bricks that stood out to me. So you know, he was, you know, saying, "Oh, hey, CTV, love you." Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I ain't think much of it, girl. Okay, I did not know he was a mechanic in the wall. I had not did no homework. I was just doing me. All right. After I had acknowledged him in my chat, he sent me an email. So let's take a look at the emails. Hold on. Girl, I thought I had this shit pulled up. Hold on. Let me go into my emails, girl, to show you, girl, who was chasing down who, bitch. Who good pussy energy, girl. Okay, was out here pulling the girls into orbit, girl. Because CTV runs behind no bitch. CTV seeks no bitch. Okay, everybody I'm connected to, girl, found me. Bitch. How doing? All right, so let me show y'all this part here that I'm gonna click into it, girl. After he started showing up in my chat, girl, a few months ago, girl. Let me make sure everything good. All right. Okay, see, this is my motherfucking email, girl. If you see, go down to the bottom, honey. Okay, he first made contact with me behind the scenes on February the 23rd, the very first email I ever received from him. Okay, now he put his phone number in his email, so I'm gonna have to be careful about how I show this email so that his phone number is not exposed, because we don't dox over here, girl. You know, doxing is for weak bitches. All right, hold on. Let me make sure everything is good. All right, so let me show you this email. Let me make sure, hold on, let me make sure his phone number is not in here. All right, okay. All right, so in that email, girl. Okay, so what was happening in that chat also was, once he started showing up in my chat and communicating with me and participating in the commentary, girl, other people, other Consciouz Crew members were like, "No, CTV, don't fuck with him, girl. He's a cloud chaser. He thirsty. He dusty. He raggedy. He tired, girl. He crazy. He a lunatic. He a maniac, girl. Don't." Like, people were, you know, like, just warning me, girl, about, you know, associating with this girl. So I had said in that said commentary, I said, look, what y'all are saying may or may not be true. I said, I don't know shit about this person. This is my first time directly interacting with this individual, girl. So, you know, if he I have to give him the opportunity the way that I would give anybody else who's hitting me up and who has questions for me or is looking for my advice on something. You know, like, this is social media. I'm in the business of social media. So, you know, I hear what y'all saying, but, you know, I have to be fair. So he then emailed me that night, as you guys can see here, February 21st of 2023, 9:55 p.m. He says, "Thank you for not listening to haters in your bushes." I respond back the very next day, okay, at 8:12 a.m. and said, "Lots of laugh. You're welcome. I hope you and Sherelle and Perry can work past what created the breakdown," because he was in the chat talking about Sherelle had blocked him and all this and all that and blah, blah, blah. And she took the word of her moderator about him and he felt a way about that shit and blah, 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 blah. All right. He says, I hope you and Sherelle and Perry can work past what created the breakdown. You all seem to have gotten along so well when you all interacted. He wrote back and said, "Can you schedule a private call or video? Because I can break it down to them that their ops are on their stages. I have all the clips and etc." All right, sent from his iPhone. So he sent me his number, girl, and that was the beginning of the acquaintanceship, child. All right, now you already know from the story. I already done told y'all you know, everything in the middle already. So I'm not going through all of that. You guys know he tried to social climb through me, which you're going to see in the receipts. He was a very troubled person. He had a lot of problems in his personal life and a lot of problems in his YouTube social media life, girl. So quickly, this became a temporary association for me because it was emotionally exhausting to be connected to him. It was always shit happening. It was always somebody doing something to him. Sean Davey doing this, Holiday Heart doing that. It was always problems and confusion and chaos. And so immediately, girl, he came on very, very, very hard. Very, very, very hard, okay? So what I'm going to show you guys is our text message thread, and I'm going to explain to you some things. In order to support 27 Days narrative that this person is a lunatic, they're crazy, they're manipulative, all things that y'all don't really need proven to y'all because he's already been exposed to the 10th quadrillionth degree already for being a liar, being a manipulator, for falsifying documents, falsifying messages. Like, that's what he does, girl. He got a whole mugshot of him impersonating a attorney, girl. Okay. So y'all already know what it gives, girl, but I'm just helping with the continuity, and especially since he made a post on his page today talking about that I super chatted him for news, girl. We're going to address that, girl. That's really my video. It's fucking happening, girl. Okay, it's the lies for me. So let me remove this and let's get into these text messages. Now, I did blur the last 4 of his phone number out because once again, girl, we don't dox bitches. Doxing is for weak hoes, okay? So this is the first thread. So this is like some of the first messages that he sent me, girl, which was, look at this weirdo, okay? Which was a screenshot of the wheelchair show, okay? Y'all know Cyclops, girl, okay? Y'all know the content creator who has a whole surviving series on him where people came forward to allege that he was putting all type of Spanish flies and shit in they Budweiser and dragging them back to his apartment like Jeffrey Dahmer and shit, girl, and allegedly sexually assaulting them, girl. That one, girl, the one that got all this shit to say about Larry Reed, girl, while he himself has an entire surviving series that can be found over on Holiday Heart's platform, girl, where even other content creators had came out, girl, about this girl, about how she drugged them, girl, and Jeffrey Dahmer their asses in her apartment down there in Miss Texas, girl. All right, so he sends me a screenshot of her, and this girl's title is Unhinged's name. It got my name in it. It got Wiggins' name in it. It got a bunch of other people. So I tell him I don't watch that whore. I don't watch these girls. Everybody know I don't watch these girls. This is why I don't be having nothing to beef off of. It's not that people aren't talking about me. It's I don't watch the hoes that talk about me. This is how I'm able to stay in a sane, positive, enjoyable space on YouTube, because I don't expose myself to low grade ass content and upset myself, and then I come out here and drag these hoes for the souls that they don't have. Okay, so I tell her I don't watch these whores. Okay, this is March 18th of 2023. Okay, she says, "Are you cool with Wiggins? He finally came out my bushes and followed me on IG." So he sends me a screenshot of Wiggins. This is 10:30 a.m., girl. As you see here, he screenshots his Instagram, and here it is. Wiggins is following him, girl. Okay? Now, he asked me that because he claims that he discovered me when Wiggins had addressed me on his platform after I had dragged him for that sit down that him and Storm had with my mentor, that I felt that they both felt my mentor in. Okay, so then that's how I ended up on Doughnut Me Up's platform, if you let him tell it. So he knew that me and Wiggins had smoke or whatever. All right, now, hold on. Now, because I am, once again, I'm not like, I'm a very mature person. Okay, I don't give a fuck what a bitch say. I can have my issues with people and still separate my issue from everything else, right? So he sends me this. Let me minimize this again because he's excited, girl, that somebody with some YouTube clout, girl, is following him, girl. So while he's up on his platform acting like he ain't pressed and Wiggins ain't nobody, 27 days ain't nobody, fuck that whole, fuck this, that, the third, girl. This whole was Googling and gagging over the fact that 27 days have followed her up, girl. Okay? Gagging down boots. Okay? Even called me, girl. So excited, honey. Okay? So she says, are you cool with Wiggins? He finally came out my bushes and followed me on IG. All right? So I responded with, I'm cool with CTV. That's who I'm cool with. I'm not invested in other creators. My priority is my brand. I don't know anyone personally online, but my co-host and my mentor. Everybody else is just everybody else. Okay? So that was my response, girl. I didn't shade 27 days, girl. I didn't say, oh, girl, I don't fuck with that girl. I don't do her, girl. Stay away from her, girl. Okay, girl, fuck that girl. She just. I said, girl, I do me. Okay? I don't got no heat with nobody, bitch. I do me. My priority is my brand, girl. That's who I do. All right? So as you see here, he hearted my message, okay, which is emphasized here. Then let's scroll. I can't see what I'm doing on here. Oh, then he says, makes sense. I was just asking. You were the first person to publicly support me, so I listened to you. Okay? I responded back to him and said, I don't really project my views onto others when they might be getting to know someone else. I let folk find out for themselves. Social media is a workspace for me. I just do my job and I go home. You need to be following. Oh, then I told him that he needed to be following me on Instagram as well. So then he hearted that. And then he says, I was looking for your IG the other day. So then I sent him a whatchamacallit. I sent him my Instagram tag and all of that shit, girl. All right. Now, before we get to this text message here, girl, I just want to make it clear, girl. So far, girl, y'all have seen that this girl reached out to me. This girl wanted to tell me all her motherfucking business. She wanted to get into all this shit, girl, with Sherelle and Perry, who she knew I had proximity to and relationship to, girl. She the one who emailed me. She the one who ran behind me, girl. She the one, okay, who wanted the doll, girl. The doll was not pressed. I didn't even respond back to that bitch until the next day, okay? Now, you also can see that, girl, I keep it real cute as it relates to even other content creators that I don't fuck with, okay? I might not fuck with 27 days, but you can fuck with 27 days. You can have whatever proximity relationship you want to have. Matter of fact, he then called me and we had a conversation and I doubled down on that and told him, look, you don't even have to like be sending nobody for me to approve of, etc. I'm not only am I not invested in 27 days, I'm not invested in you either. So it wouldn't bother me if you were in a relationship to him, because that's your relationship. That relationship don't cost me nothing. I said, if you have gotten on the radar of a content creator bigger than you, then that may speak volumes about you. So, hey, handle that association accordingly. He then took to his platform and was like, yeah, CTV's a real ass nigga. I sent him a screenshot the other night of Wiggins following me. And, you know, like, I thought he was going to be a hater about it. But, you know, he proved to me that he ain't no hater ass nigga. Like, he even encouraged me to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay? So all that happens, all right? Keeping it cute, because once again, I ain't trying to get involved in none of this shit. I didn't want nothing to do with his bullshit with Holiday Heart. I didn't want to do his bullshit with Sean David Way. I didn't want to do with none of his bullshit with 27 Days, girl. I didn't even know her enough to even be trying to wrap my brain around all this other fucking shit he got going on with these other hoes. Okay? So he made a post on his community wall talking about, I paid him, girl, for nudes I don't have to pay him for because his dick and his balls and his asshole are all over Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, for free. Him plunging in and out of the pussy holes of wide back Italian men over the age of 50 on top of staircases, pushing out diarrhea all over his black cock, are all over Twitter for free. The girl said on her community wall that I cash apped her in order to receive nudes that were already on the app known as X for free, videos and all. So let's just first and foremost, bitch, clear that. For one, there will never come a day, bitch, where I will have to pay a nigga or any nigga to do, bitch, if anything, bitch, I'm the sugar baby. If anything, bitch, if anything, girl, I'm the one who receives the coinage, girl. Matter of fact, if you let some of these girls tell it, girl, in my past life, I was an old nasty piece of streetwalker, honey. I'm the recipient thereof, girl. I would never pay a nigga for what I can get for free, and I would never have to pay community dick. That's already in the free lunch line. Never, girl. So let's further break this down. Here you see on March the 19th of 2023, girl, I sent him, I said, check your cash app. He was live at the time. So that's what's also so funny about him running this narrative, girl. He was live at the time that I sent him this cash app. He was begging everybody to cash app him, girl, because at this time, remember, for anybody who is remotely familiar with his platform, girl, he was at this time living in Ohio because he was going to school in Ohio. But he was going to take a trip, I think, to some island, to the Caribbean or Jamaica. He was going to go somewhere. And I think he was going to be gone for like a week. So he was like gathering up all of his affairs. And personally and privately, he was telling me how broke he was. And this is why he was begging his supporters to cash app him because he needed the money in order to enjoy his stay wherever the fuck he was going to be at that time. Because he was going to have a broke nigga's experience otherwise, right? So I sent him that cash app, girl. It was $100. Now, mind you, this is March 19th, right? The same motherfucking day that he was live asking everybody for coin. Okay? Matter of fact, I think he even shouted me out during the fucking live where he's begging for people to send him money. Now, what does he reply back with, class, after I send him $100 cash app supporting his broke ass vacation overseas or out of the country? He says, "Oh my God, thank you so much." I said, "You're welcome." He says, "I need it too, LOL." He says, "Thank you." So let's talk about thank you. If you're the one providing a service to me, AKA I'm paying for your nudes, why the fuck would you be thanking me? I'm the one who would be thanking you. You're the one, right? According to your narrative, providing a service to me, AKA selling your nudes, which are all over Twitter for free. So why are you excitedly thanking me so much when I should be the one thanking you for these nudes that I can get for free, girl? Then he says, what? I need it too. Because he's the one asking for money. He's the one begging his supporters. He's the one asking us for money, because he got to pay for Airbnbs, he got to pay for flights, he got to pay for this, he got to pay for that, he got to pay for school, etc. Run those cash apps up, girl, up until it fucking stop. And he's live at this time that I tell him to check his cash app. He's live. Some people super chatting him at this time. Some people are cash apping him. Yeah, Andrew, and fucking same. And this is why when the girls start lying, girl, when the girls start lying, this is why, like, I don't even want to fight once they start lying, because I feel like I've already won. I've already won. Once you now have to lie, I've already won the war. Because when the truth supports you, there's no need for the lies. So when the girls start spinning narratives, girl, and start trying to remix and re-edit and republish and reframe and do this and do that, girl, now it's entered into cartoon land. This isn't even a real fight now, girl. You're fighting with an imaginary CTV, bitch, because you living in a whole nother multiverse, girl. You living in some other alternative parallel dimension, girl, where these facts are the facts of that world, girl. So I'm going to let you be in this imaginary world where all of this imaginary shit you claim has happened at, girl. And I'm just going to let you eat on that. I'm going to let you eat up on that. Okay? Because I can't do nothing for you once you start lying. Once you start lying, and I already know that you have completely disassociated. You have now separated yourself from the facts of your life. And that's a mental health issue. That's not something that a back and forth between me and you can cure up. That's not something, girl, that a world of words, girl, is going to clear up, girl. I don't even need to clear myself up because the truth just vindicated me by you lying. Neither do I care about the 12 people that's going to believe you because they don't like me. Because once again, I've been on social media long enough to know how hater ass hoes work. Okay, they're going to align with whatever narrative supports their already pre-existing narrative and preconceived notions of the person they don't like already. So I'm also fine with those 12 people that already don't like me, that are willing to believe you, because neither you or them matter to me. Once you started lying, it was already case closed and a wrap for me, okay? So, had to debunk that easily, bitch, because anybody, girl, how doing? How doing? How doing, Green? How doing, bitch? How doing, girl? Girl, because it was just paying for the news. I'm just like, girl, at least say something. At least say something, bitch, that's believable, girl. At least say something that these girls can actually believe, bitch. Okay? Okay, how doing? How doing, girl? How doing? Oh, matter of fact, I ain't gotta do all this. I got it right here, girl. How doing, girl? Where that, girl? Have to pay for what, bitch? Have to pay who for what, bitch? Bitch, I don't even look like a bitch that has to pay for a motherfucking thing, ho. Pay for what, bitch? Pay who, bitch? For what, girl? I have to block you bitches away from me, girl, to get you hoes up off the sweet pussy, bitch. Okay, bitch, I'm the one that has to run, girl. I'm the one that has to become a track star, girl. And I ain't even let you niggas suck on the titty yet. Girl, pay for what, bitch? Pay who, ho? Who? Where? For what again? Girl, and I know you don't actually think that the girls would have the audacity to believe, bitch, that a bitch that is plump and as juicy and as fine and as formed as I am, honey, would have to pay for some free raggedy ass dick that you got all over Twitter inside of another bitch's pussy. I know you don't think that the girls would even, bitch, I don't even think the girls would believe that Holiday Heart would even have to pay you for any nudes, girl. You're the one fishing for Italian asshole over Twitter, girl. Not the C, the T, nor the V, bitch. I don't go fishing for dick. That's what you do, bitch. I don't have a private Twitter account, girl, where I'm ramming my raw ass dick into spaghetti mush ass asshole, girl, telling niggas to push out their turds onto my penis, girl. Bitch, you could never even get remotely close to me, bitch, in a sexual context. You don't even have a nigga that I had to send money to have a good vacation is not even a nigga I can be attracted to, bitch, because I only fuck with ballers and shot callers, girl. You're not even in the tax bracket of girls who could even get access to me emotionally or financially, bitch. We would never have to pay for some shit that's all over Pornhub, X videos, and Twitter for free, bitch. And don't make me group chat the link, girl. Don't make me group chat the link, girl. Don't make me turn a skeptic into a believer, bitch. So that the girls can see what it gives for themselves. Pay for who, bitch? Pay for what, ho? Bitch, you must be out of your motherfucking rabbit ass motherfucking mind, bitch. Now, I give you this. Before you turned Jason Voorhees, before you turned Michael Myers, girl, you looked all right. Your body was kind of all right, girl. I am a same-sex attracted man, bitch, and so are you, girl. We both have eyeballs, girl. And we both know what it gives, girl. But, girl, don't dare, girl, sit over there, bitch, and act like, girl, I was remotely, in any way, shape, or form, girl, interested in you, girl. And we had playful banter as it related to flirting, bitch. But you guys to remember, I'm the same bitch that also flirted with the Scooter show, because I'm a Scorpio, girl. I'm a people pleaser, girl. So I would never initiate the flirting, but I will respond to the flirting with flirting, and I don't even have to be attracted to you to flirt back with you. So when the Scooter show, girl, was all up on this pussy, bitch, okay? When the Scooter show, girl, wanted this pussy, girl, wanted this wild monkey, girl, I'm not attracted to that fucking hoe. But I flirt back with that bitch because I like making motherfuckers feel good, bitch. Y'all done seen me flirt with women on this fucking platform, girl. Y'all done seen me carry on with motherfucking women, bitch. I'm a whole same-sex attracted ass man, girl. I'll flirt with anybody who flirting with me, bitch. That's just Scorpio nature, girl. I find it rude to not reciprocate affirmation back, girl. So if a bitch gonna compliment me, I'm gonna compliment a motherfucker in return. That's just how my brain is set up, girl. Girl, look at me, bitch. Pay for who? Girl, you're dumb. Bitch, you're stupid. What the fuck wrong with you? All right, so on through these text threads, girl, how doing? All right, so we had to clear that up real well, okay? Okay, here it is, girl. He's telling me, girl, I'm gonna come on your panel instead of doing a live. Is that okay? I say, what panel, girl? The one I'm on now? He's like, the one you about to start. He asked me if I'm going to cover Jag and Goomba first or last because I'm about to do a quick live. Okay, so I just want to show this girl to show that this girl was on my ass, baby. This girl was a total fan This girl was totally idol worshiping me, girl. She didn't even want to go live on her platform, girl, because what I was giving to the girls and what I'm serving out here, girl, is even more desirable than what he brings to the table, girl. Like, he can't even come to the table without being at mine's first, child, okay? Completely pressed over the doll, completely enamored, girl, completely fascinated, girl, completely just out of his mind, girl. For the doll, baby, because the doll is doll babying, baby. Okay, completely pressed, bitch. Okay, he ain't even want to go live and do her, because she'd rather do me. Okay, as you guys can see here. Okay, I'm gonna come on your panel instead of doing a live of my own. Is that okay, girl? And then the bitch, and let me tell y'all how much of a tight ship I run as well, girl. You see how this girl had to ask me for permission, girl? That she couldn't even pull up on me just like because, girl, that's how much of a tight ship I run, bitch. Okay? You move around me, bitch, accordingly, ho. Okay? These niggas know that I don't cater to them in any way, shape, form, or fashion, girl. And that you have to get my consent regarding everything, baby. When you pulling up, when you calling, when you texting, when you coming through, girl, you don't get no type of luxury, bitch, around me. Especially when I don't know you, bitch. I set those boundaries in place real hard. Real hard, girl. Real hard. I do not play with these niggas when it comes to trying to develop some type of friendship or association, girl. I told y'all, I used to didn't be like this. As an empath, girl, the door was open, honey. Okay, I allowed folks to move how they move, but then I saw how people take advantage and take your weakness for kindness, girl. And they start trying you when you don't come out the door hard first. Okay? So I just want y'all to catch it, honey. Okay, catch, bitch. All right? Then this is another one, girl. He's saying, I'm watching your replay and reading the comments. What Tokyo Tony do to you? LOL. Then he's saying Black China got Baphomet tatted on her ass, question mark. Then he brings up Jag again, calling everything that he said. And then he sent me a screenshot from Holiday Hearts platform where he highlighted a comment from Jag, I guess repeating something that he actually said that she tried to make her own. And I just want to show this girl just to once again show y'all, honey, how the bitch is just enamored with me, girl. Always in my bushes. Like, he would call me and be like, girl, like, you just slayed that commentary. I wanted to talk about that subject, but after watching yours, girl, I don't even want to do mine. I used to have to encourage this girl. Like, girl, we're not in competition. You have your own personality. Whether I slay the commentary or not, you should still go do your content, because what you bring to the table is what you bring to the table. You don't got to start comparing me and you, because there will never be a competition, girl, because you can never, okay? All you could be good at is you. So that's what you need to master in, okay? Don't worry about, bitch, trying to give what I give, because you can't, girl. God gave it to me and me only, okay? Whatever God gave to you, girl, from living on the air mattresses to beating on all these goddamn women who got PTOs and restraining orders against you, girl, that's what God gave you. Okay, he gave you the anointing, okay, to be locked up and to have mug shots and to have all these court and legal issues, girl, not me, okay? So you got to specialize in that shit, all right? So I started to see early on that he was very insecure. He felt very inferior. Once again, he was, already had my bricks in his background, girl. He was already trying to, emulate my superpowers and shit, girl. And this bitch literally wouldn't even go live about certain things if I had already covered it, because I had already slayed it out of the park, girl. So this is where the tension for him started to brew, because he was in a competition with a bitch who don't even see him, girl. Like, you are a peer. You're not my competitor. Okay, I don't compete with no bitch on the internet. Okay, I don't go align myself with celebrities, girl. I don't go thirst trapping after celebrities, girl. I don't do none of that, girl. I'm not like these girls, honey. I don't be sending these goddamn celebrities voice memos and shit, girl, like the Scooter Show, trying to get, just begging somebody to look at me, girl. I sit over here and center myself in the center of the universe, girl, and just let whatever come, and let whatever be done, and let whatever be birthed. Okay, so that's that. Now let's move it along, girl. So at this time, okay, he was going through a lot, girl. This is when the drama between him and Sean David, when he was at an all-time high. Sean was, I think, had put out a burn book, and then I think there was some other content creators who was like talking about his situation with his sister and just, you know, all of his real life drama and shit, girl. So at this point, girl, he was becoming unhinged, girl. He was becoming very emotionally, he was becoming very invested in what was being put out about him, girl. He was spazzing, he was depressed, girl. This when like the calling all day, calling all night, texting all day, texting all night, girl. This is when it started to become very, very emotionally exhausting for me. So at this point, I was having to really coddle this hoe. I was having to really like rub her head, girl, and be like, girl, like, snap out of it, bitch. Like, you claim you a bad bitch, you claim you this and you that, girl. Now this is your opportunity to be who the fuck you keep saying you is, but you never act like you are. You keep making proclamations about something you never actually execute, girl. So if you that girl, like you say you are, if you that bitch, like you say you are, bitch, this is your opportunity, girl, to be unbothered, girl, and to show your ass and stand in your greatness, girl, okay? Remember, he the one who told me he wanted all this. So I'm completely like, at this point, confused about what he's online acting like, which is a victim, when he was telling me on the phone that he wanted Sean David Way and Holiday Heart and all these people to go and dox him. He wanted them to go over to Clubhouse and get all that information, bring it all the way back over here, and he wanted them to use it because he was going to then use them using it to demonstrate to the public how horrible Sean David Way is and how horrible Holiday Heart is, and make them look bad, and then he would garner and be a recipient of the sympathy from being the classic victim who's being railroaded by all of these other content creators who have more status than him. He was going to play into the victim part. So I'm confused. Once again, I don't know him, and I don't know what's even being said about him at this point. Because when I'm also in the process of associating with somebody, if they are controversial, I don't go look at that information because I don't want anything tainting my perception of a person. So I intentionally didn't watch whatever Sean David Way was doing to Doughnut me up. I intentionally didn't watch whatever. As you guys can see from the first text, he was the one sending me shit about people talking shit about me. I never sent him shit about people talking shit about him. And I never asked him any questions about whatever people were saying because I didn't even know what the fuck people were saying. I was intentionally going out of my way to not know because I wanted to have my own individual experience of this person without being informed by all of that stuff. This is why I was able to give Unhinged an opportunity, girl, give Sledgehammer Head an opportunity, girl, give all these girls a chance. Because I went out of my way to give them a chance once they sought friendship with me. Okay? So I'm like, my nigga, don't cry. You're brave. Because at this point, he on the phone with me, whining, wailing, going through it. He's online, going through it, crying, breaking down. So he was like, I wasn't crying. I'm like, nigga, you were crying. Your eyes were red and watered, and don't make me send a screenshot. And then he said, you lied on me. And then I said, now you made me go find it. So then I sent him the screenshots of him online crying like a big bitch. Okay, and I once again at this point I'm confused because I'm just like, what? So is he actually hurt by the shit, but he just telling me this is all a game and he's just doing all this intentionally, etc., to save face? Or is he really like fucked up over this shit? Like, I was just confused, girl. I was like, what is this? All right. So that's him crying, girl, yellow-eyed and all. Then he sends me a whole screenshot, girl, of the burn book. I had no idea what was in Sean David Way's burn book. Okay. He sends me The whole fucking burn book. Okay, something I could have went without honestly knowing because it wasn't no reason for me to really know any of this. Okay, so he sends me the burn book. I don't even read the burn book because I literally just don't fucking care. Okay. Then he says, Sean David Wade did it. Okay, and then you guys see me here go on a diatribe. Now, when I write a lengthy message, you see me in green, but once I open the message, it turns black. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the full message. I said, I hate that y'all got it going on this deep. This has gotten really nasty really quick. I wanted you to focus on your gift from the start. Fighting is never fair online, and it gets bad before it gets good because there's little legislation in place to deal with internet matters, and these platforms do little to enforce their own rules. I know you will swing back, but to be honest, I don't want you to. I prefer you to focus on your fucking brand. Never told this bitch to be with the shit. Always told this girl, focus on her. Always gave her positive feedback. Always was just fucking supportive. Always just told this girl, just let it be what it is, bitch. Like, use this to your advantage. If people talking about you, this is your opportunity then to show them how badass of a commentator you are now that other people are giving you free full promotion. Rather than using that opportunity to try to defend yourself over shit you telling me you don't even give a fuck about. Use this free full promotion. Yes, BS Speaks. I also told him this on the fucking panel, on my panel. This was always my feedback. I never showed interest in his drama. I always distanced myself from his drama. And when he would force me to speak to his drama by sending me this and sending me that and sending me who doing this or who saying what, my feedback was consistently uplifting. Now, mind you, if I was a nasty gutter snipe bitch, I couldn't, because I don't fuck with Holiday Heart. This would have been a perfect opportunity for me to be petty. If I was really low vibrational in real life, if I had petty politics in real life, this was my opportunity. To use him beefing with Holiday Heart and to encourage that shit. Never did. Just like when he asked me how I felt about 27 days. Said nothing disparaging, girl. Have at it. Enjoy the proximity. I think it's cool that he on your radar. If that's cool for you, play your cards accordingly. All right? Then he says, honestly, it only made me bigger. I broke 1.1K and 2.7K total in a 2-hour live. They only gave me clout, but you are right. I need to move forward. Okay, so the people's point in the chat about him wanting to steal everybody's subscribers and shit. Yeah, he was using beef the way he did on Clubhouse in order to garner attention. I was constantly telling him, girl, you may get a little residual from trying to clout chase off these girls and trying to use beef and low vibrational shit in order to be seen and to be heard, but you're also going to typecast yourself. And when you do that, you're not going to be able to be taken seriously as a commentator because people only going to want to tune in to see you roughhouse with another bitch. And then what ended up happening, y'all? The bitch ended up then having to cuss his goddamn subscribers out all the time because they didn't want to show up and help him do the numbers when he wanted to talk about Trump and talk about politics and talk about the weather and talk about Uranus and Mars and shit. Exactly what I told him what happened. I told him, girl, if you don't play into this, use attention to your advantage by just now putting on a great show. Now that people are going to be looking, girl, give them something to look at. Put your talent on the forefront. No, instead, he wanted to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then motherfuckers only wanted to tune in when he was talking about bitches who are better than him. All right? So then I wrote another long diatribe back to him. So let's blow this message up. I said to him, Negative attention always has its ups in the moment, but down the road. Hold on, but in the down the road, that it, I don't know what y'all know what I'm trying to say here, girl. Grammatical error, girl. Okay, down the road, but it doesn't last long. Basically, once you're down that road, warring with many will have them hijack your algorithm with their narrative. The negative stuff show up more than the positive. It will also scare other content creators away who want to connect because they be concerned about inheriting the bad juju that's following your black ass. Trust me, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I move how I do. And why I don't fight every battle. I also have the backing of important people, and then I go on to oh yeah, I also, and I prefer, I move how I do, and while I don't fight every battle, I also have the backing of important people, and I prefer those opportunities over ego wins by indulging with low vibrational mess. So once again, I'm literally trying to give this bitch the game. I'm trying to give this bitch the game. Hey Sparkle, hey boo, I'm trying to give this whole free game. I'm like, look, you warred with these people. They putting out this, that, and the third, girl. You feed into it is only going to fuck up your algorithm, for one. And for two, you're sabotaging your relationships to other content creators who might be looking at you, observing you from afar, but they would not dare come out of the bushes the way that 27 Days did and actually interact with you, because all of the shit you tying yourself up in is scaring their ass away the same way that it's scaring my ass away, bitch. Because at this point, I knew that the clock was ticking and clicking down. Because I myself was just like, no, girl, this ain't it, bitch. This ain't it, girl. Okay, so I'm literally trying to give this hoe the game. Right, Jonathan. Right, Star Child. Right, Tiff. All right, so scroll on down, Greer. He says, I need Sean David Way to bring his smoke to YouTube. His station head audience isn't big enough. So once again, at this point, remember, he's crying and acting like the victim to everybody else on the surface. Oh my God, I'm being picked on. Oh my God, I'm being picked on. I'm being dragged. While he low-key with the shit. While he in actuality with the shit. While he's on the surface placating to this victim narrative, getting in hopes of getting cash apps, in hopes of getting financial support, in hopes of getting clout, etc. The bitch is literally playing two games, playing with his itty bitty ass audience. I said he's not gonna do that because he wouldn't want to expose you to his larger audience. I'm praying for you both. Because I'm a content creator. I know exactly why Sean ain't gonna bring this shit to fucking YouTube. He's smart not to do so. He's smart enough to not muddy up his goddamn brand with fighting with a bitch who's unknown. So that's content that you make available to a more intimate audience so that you don't indirectly blow a nobody ass bitch all the way up. That's why there's shit I talk about in Patreon that I'm not going to talk about on the main platform for the same fucking reason. The fuck? But he wanted Sean to bring it over to YouTube so that he could benefit from the clout thereof. Okay? So then he said, so there's no reason for me to respond, and he sound like, look like, and quacking like a duck then. He talking about me, that shit going to get tired and boring if I don't respond. That's how to kill that. And I'm not responding to the help or smaller content creators, which he has gone on to do all of that, girl. He responds to everybody, girl. Everybody, girl. Big, small, in between, girl. He don't have no choice but to respond, girl. He's fragile. Fragile hoes always have to respond to a bitch. A bitch with no real self-esteem, always, girl. They have to take every opportunity, girl, to respond, girl, okay? Because they're weak, all right? I said, well, that's up to you. I don't really do beef, so I always prefer peace over everything. Okay, then we go on to talk about him putting me on to Dochi, okay, which I love, etc. I asked him, what is he doing? He said he finished eating. And then this is when Perry and Sherelle shit comes into play at, girl, okay? He hits me up March 28th of 2023. He says, you might want to tell Perry to fall back. He don't want the smoke. I say, I ain't no mailman. The only thing I'm telling is when I'm going to be live to my supporters. If y'all want to beef, that's on y'all. I don't got a damn thing to do with it, and I'm not going to have nothing to do with it. He says, bet. And then I put rolly eye emoji. Okay, because first of all, girl, you must have clearly text the wrong bitch, girl, because who the fuck you barking orders at, hoe? Like, girl, who you telling what? Girl, you must not know about me. You must not know about me. Girl, the audacity, girl. See, now at this point, I'm not realizing that me attempting to be supportive because he is going through all of this and going through all of that, and he don't know whether he want to be with the shits, not with the shits, girl, and he getting comfortable, girl. So now, girl, he done forgot who the fuck he talking to, talking about you might want to know, bitch. What you might want to do is never tell me what the fuck I might want to do. That's what the fuck you might want to do. Because I'm not getting involved with shit, bitch. And how is it you still haven't, how haven't you still caught it, girl? When have I showed interest in the shit you got going on, girl? I already done told you, I don't want shit to do with nothing you got going on with these other girls. You trying to become acquainted with me. I can't even get a good sense of actually who the fuck you are because all you are leading with is drama. All you're leading with is low vibrational shit. All you're leading with is foolery. Total fucking foolery. Okay, so he says bet. And then I put rolly eye emoji, and then he writes, as a content creator, there is a possibility that Perry may attempt to take all that docs and false information and make it into content. Or if he was smart, he'd flow with his audience that likes me. Either way, I'm ready for it. So here it is, girl, ready for another fight. Here it is, girl, exhausting me, girl, wanting me to repair this and to repair that, because that phone call that he gave me his number to have with him involved me reaching out to Perry and to Sherelle that he wanted me to help clear it up. And so I called Sherelle, told her, hey, this guy feels he was done wrong by your moderators and you blocked him without really knowing what the full story was. He seems pretty low level and harmless. He seems to really feel a way about this, and he really don't want no smoke, and he don't want to be on a negative foot with you, etc. So, you know, if you want to, girl, you know, like as somebody who is getting to know him right now, once again, this is our first interaction, so all this ain't played out right here, girl. Had all this played out, I would have known better, okay? But this is when we first interacted, when he emailed me, and then I called him, and he had that conversation with me, and so I reached out to her, and on the strength of me, she was like, okay, well, I will unblock him, etc. Boom, boom, everything was good. He was unblocked. He was able to frequent Sherelle's chat, frequent Perry's chat. But mind you, at this time, even though everything is good between him and Sherelle and Perry, there is drama going on still between him and other content creators. So when they would see him in Sherelle and or Perry's chat, people who didn't like Doughnut and Me Up would, you know, start talking shit to him, and or they would hit the panel and they would give their thoughts about him and the drama and all that was going on. And he felt like Perry should have been checking this. He felt like Perry should have been not allowing this narrative. First of all, bitch, Perry don't fucking know you to protect you, for one, bitch. You are just as much of a random ass can of paint on a wall to him as you are to me, girl. Okay? He don't owe you a goddamn thing. You just another raggedy hoe out here with a YouTube channel like every other bitch who's out here struggling, girl. Okay? He's not your friend. He's not your confidant. He's not your companion. He don't owe you anything, girl. And he doesn't have to regulate his platform to better serve a bitch he's not in relationship to. So the best thing I can tell you is, if you got that much of an issue with these narratives that other people are spinning on his platform, then just take the opportunity to hit the link and address those people. But don't make that Perry's burden, because Perry don't owe you a motherfucking thing. So he's upset at this point, girl. So I say Perry is a commentator. He chooses to report YouTube news sometimes like you do. If he brings it up, just hit his panel and clear up any misinformation, girl. Okay? Everything is always real deep. Everything always has to get violent. Everything always has to get gully. But once again, when you're talking about a emotional, immature, narcissistic sociopath, girl, they don't have the wherewithal and the bandwidth and the Wi-Fi to actually emotionally regulate accordingly, girl. Okay, they don't have that. They're stuck as like a like they're stuck in terrible twos. Like, you guys ever remember hearing about the terrible twos, girl? When a toddler turns into a 2-year-old girl, they just go like it's demon time. That's a narcissist emotional state. Okay? So then he says he has me blocked. Tell him to unblock me and I don't mind. Now, mind you, I've already done work for him. I've already given him grace and already opened the door for him, Perry, and Sherelle to get along. At this point, I'm not expecting girl to have to continue to manage your fuck shit with other motherfuckers. You need to be grateful enough that I even kicked the door open for y'all to even get back on a good page. After that, girl, you got to carry your own weight. I'm not going to manage your fucking relationships. I don't even fucking know you. Okay, girl, I'm just being kind and I'm just being fucking neighborly, girl, but you clearly are just like asking for way too much, girl. It's too much entitlement, girl. It's too high maintenance, girl. Like, it's giving too much. It's giving too much. So he says he has me blocked. Tell him to unblock me and I don't mind. So I tell him, girl, DM him on Insta. You ain't blocked there. He said I'm gonna try to find it. So then I send him the link to Perry's Instagram. So then he messages Perry and he sends him a message, and then he sends me the message, a screenshot of that message to let me know that he has in fact reached out to Perry, as if I really give a fuck, okay? Because it's honestly in Perry's best interest at this point to actually leave that hoe on block, girl. All right. Then, girl, he hits me up and says, tell Storm Monroe to give me Holiday Heart's address ASAP. He says, tell Storm to contact me ASAP, laughing emoji. Then he texts me again, because as you see, I'm not even responding to none of this, girl. As you see here, the time is 11:58 a.m. He hits me up again almost 45 minutes later at 12:26 p.m. after midnight, girl. Okay? Then hits me up that night. Okay? With laughing emojis, because the bitch is a psycho. At this point, I'm not even responding to this hoe. I'm not even responding to this hoe, girl. Okay? This used to be up at 10:57. At this point, I was really in contemplation with him, because at this point, I'm actually starting to feel the effects of dealing with him. It's very heavy. It's very dense. It's very taxing. And, you know, I'm a very empathic person, so there's a part of me that's just like trying to hold on and trying to give him the benefit of a doubt, and I'm like, maybe I just met a bitch at the wrong interim of their life, girl. So I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't bail, because the other part of my brain was like, girl, bail, hit it, girl, hit it, bitch, hit it, girl, hit it, girl. This is never going to get better. The sun is never going to set again. Joyous will never come in the morning, girl. This is just the way that it is. This is this girl's real state of existence, girl. So at this point, I'm like just not entertaining him. I'm just trying to unpack my own feelings, because he's just coming into my life doing way too much, asking for way too much, bringing way too much baggage, way too much fucking luggage. So I'm not responding to him. at 11 a.m. Didn't respond to him at 12:26 p.m. the next day. Didn't respond to him that night when he sent me a laughing emoji. Then he sends me a message before, almost at 11. Now remember, girl, this is the girl. If you let her tell it, girl, I want her. If you let her tell it, bitch, she's so desirable, girl. Everybody want her. Everybody want to fuck her. Everybody want to do her, girl. But I'm the one, bitch, who's being ran after. I'm the one, bitch, who doing all the ignoring, girl. I'm the one who picking up my phone and texting when the fuck I feel like a girl. If you let her tell it, girl, I'm the one, right? That everybody want her, girl. The robot want her. Holiday Heart want her, girl. Everybody that she fought out with, girl, somehow, some way wants her. But then when the reality shows up, girl, she's the one who's pressed and frizzy. She's the one doing all of the harassing. She's the one, girl, who's running the race. Okay? Yes, serial texter. Crazy, cuckoo. So he sends me a message, girl, he says Perry is yet again allowing the panel to spin false narratives against me. I don't give a damn because I want all the smoke. My only issue is, does he realize when he is wrong? What he does wrong? Question mark. So I only respond back to this message because he don't put Perry in it. If he had just been talking to me about him, I probably would have ignored his ass just until I just gathered my feelings about what is given, girl. So because he mentioned Perry, and I done asked Perry and Sherelle to put whatever aside to give him a chance because he sought me out to assist him in doing that, I feel slightly responsible, girl, for their proximity to Doughnut me up because they only allowed him proximity off the strength of me, which he begged me for, as the emails and the text messages demonstrate. All right, so I tell him, look, girl, I'll call you when I get my life in order and when you're done with your life, because I think at that time that I had finally I responded 2 minutes later, but by that time he was already live, so he was texting me while he was live, or he was about to go live or something like that. All right, so then let me see, this is March 29th, girl. He texts me because he's live at this point. At this point, I'm not even really watching his content no more because, girl, having to deal with him in real life, via text, via phone, girl, I couldn't even take another dose of this bitch. By then, also enduring his fucking content, girl. So I had completely checked out, girl, because it was already too much. Okay, he was already like, I already had a bigger scoop of Doughnut me up than what I ever asked for already. So I wasn't really watching him. So he texted me and said, I'm roasting you a tiny, but don't take it personal. And then I text him back and said, roasting for what? Okay. Then I said, I'm gonna call you tonight after my live. I haven't been in a social mood the past few days. So I just been working, which is I've been going live and then going home and staying to myself, but I ain't forgot about you. Okay. Now y'all gonna see why I had to send him that, girl. Y'all going to see why I had to send him that, okay? Because at this point, he's been calling me every fucking day, all day, fucking long, girl. Not only were there serial text messages, girl, there were serial calls, okay? And, girl, so I knew I had to tell his ass something because I already know how pressed he is, girl, okay? And I call him. So in the conversation, I told him, look, me and you are like, I don't know you. You don't know me. You don't need to be roasting me, not a tiny bit, not a little bit, no nothing. You can't be trying to build some type of an acquaintanceship with me. And then at the same time, you want to talk shit and you want me to be understanding of your personality. I don't want to have to be understanding of a motherfucking thing. I just want you to focus. If you trying to stay on my good side and you trying to sustain some type of proximity to me, then we just need to stay clear of anything that can be taken wrong and just stay on the practical side of acquaintanceship. So don't be roasting me, bitch, because I don't roast you. I don't talk about you. I don't throw no jaggers at you. I don't throw no innuendos. At this point, though, he's only roasting me a tiny, because now he's frustrated with me, but he don't want to admit it. And he still know he's in need of proximity to me. He's still trying to use me for self-gain. So he's not willing to actually say he has a problem. Okay? But this whole key trying to playfully roast me in his commentary was his way of trying to ventilate his real actual frustration. Okay? Then he texted me, girl, after we got that cleared away, and I told him, girl, don't play with me like that, etc. Girl, like keep it cute, or your ass will just be on Block Nation. Because I don't need the acquaintanceship. I don't need the friendship. I don't need you. And as you guys can see here, girl, I have yet to ask him for a motherfucking thing. So then he texts me and says, Holiday Heart has filed a lawsuit against me, and he's going to lose badly. I say it's probably not real. If it were, why would he blur out all the information that he blurred out on said lawsuit, etc. Girl? Okay, now getting to the breakdown that led to me just giving him the middle finger. All right, he had came onto my platform, and this is when he was explaining to everybody what was going on, talking about the lawsuit, etc. William, who is a Consciouz Crew member, he is disabled. He's in a wheelchair. Him and William had got into it. William was actually agreeing with him in his commentary. But for some reason, once William had hit the panel and all of this, Doughnut and Me Up took what he was saying completely out of context and remixed it, not even realizing that William was actually agreeing with him, and then just started dragging William. So they ended up in a back and forth. And Doughnut and Me Up ended up making some ableist statement that I also did not appreciate, etc. So after that whole stream was done, I had hit him up and said, William reached out to me and said that he wanted to speak on the insults made about his disability on my platform. I figured it would be a perfect opportunity for you to address those specific remarks. And I ain't even see the pic you sent. It's nice and you look like you're having fun or whatever. Because I think he was at Disney World at this point or some shit like that or whatever. So, you know, I done had a conversation with William. I said, William, I apologize for what happened on my panel. I do not stand by Doughnut Me Up's statements towards you, etc. And if you are interested in having a clarifying conversation with him, I'm willing to facilitate that. And Doughnut Me Up is interested as well in making amends. Because as you guys can see here, right? He texts me and says, yes, but I can't until around 11 p.m. PST latest. I think it would be a productive and much needed conversation. Okay? So he was with it. He was with it, girl. So we facilitate the second go around. This is when I'm in the red blazer and all of that shit, girl. And him and William attempt to have a conversation. At first, the same part of Doughnut Me Up tried to communicate like an adult and tried to apologize, but then the narcissism kicked in, and then the bitch started gaslighting William all over again, and then ended up doubling down on those ableist statements, etc. Girl, and shit just went left. So after them going round for round, blow for blow, etc. Girl, in that moment I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm done. Like, I'm done. This ain't my type of bitch. This ain't my type of person. And then just to see how manipulative he was, how you literally, just like he was playing in the face of the public, but then was really with the shits privately. Here it is, you told me you were interested in really making amends with this man and apologizing for your statements, only to waste my time and to waste his and to act and cut a motherfucking fool. Girl, I'm not with it. And after everything, girl, I done did, girl, I'm giving you positive feedback, girl. I'm being supportive. I'm helping you to bridge shit that you out here fucking up and destroying, etc. Girl, like, girl, I done sent you a cash app, girl, so you can go and enjoy the Middle East, girl, without being stuck up in a cave, bitch, for 40 days and 40 nights, girl. Okay. And at this point, there's no reciprocity. You are the only one benefiting from this association. I'm only catching a headache. I'm only catching all of the workload. There's no reciprocation in this at all. Thank you, Viper. I knew people didn't know all of this because I hadn't laid it out. I really wasn't interested in laying it out. I really didn't give a fuck. Because I don't give a fuck about him. So I was able to let this shit rock for months. And even though I was sitting on all the tea, I think that's why I was also comfortable not even having an answer to it. Because I'm the kind of bitch, like, if I know the truth, I don't give a fuck if everybody else do. I don't give a fuck if everybody believes the lies over the truth. If I know the truth, I don't give a fuck how many motherfuckers believe the lie, bitch. I know it's not true, therefore, fuck you. And I'm not somebody who feels the need to prove myself to anybody. I like when hoes actually believe narratives. I like when motherfuckers believe stories. I like when they believe lies. I like when they do all of that. I like when motherfuckers naturally filter themselves away from me. I love it. So I use it as a natural truth elixir, girl, because I want to see how everybody else gonna move when the lies go up. I want to see how they're gonna move. And if they're really not for me, what's going to happen is they're going to move away from me to support the lie. And that's what I want. Because I don't want no snakes in my grass. So I will let the narratives play how the fuck they need to play. Okay? So there's that, right? So y'all see, he admits to me in private that he is interested in a productive conversation and a needed conversation, etc., girl. That's the way the conversation was supposed to go. That's the way I framed the conversation to William. You're going to come. He's going to apologize. Y'all going to be able to have an adult conversation, clear it up. We're going to be able to move on. He's going to be able to restore his reputation because people was giving Doughnut and me up hell for coming at him the way that he did for no reason. And then being super ableist. And then for no reason, which made it even worse. So I was looking out both for William and looking out for Doughnut and me up. Because I'm just like, girl, you claiming you want to get sponsors and all of this, girl, it's never going to happen this way. You got to clean some of this shit up and be more mindful about the way you fight with another bitch. And then William also will be able to get, the conversation and the apology he needed because he was actually on Doughnut and me up side in the situation. Right? But as you guys see how that played out. So toward the end, because I want to segue super quick and just show y'all. Toward the end of that commentary, I told Doughnut and me up. Hold on. I told Doughnut and me up to his face. In this commentary here. Okay, toward the end of that commentary, girl, I told him, girl, this ain't working for me. I think you were ungrateful as fuck. It was very clear at this point that I was on the side of William, etc. And even though I was an acquaintance with Doughnut and me up, girl, I didn't feel the need to have to lie to him about the way the fuck that I felt because I hadn't lied to him up until this point. I had kept it real with him. I was trying to tell him, girl, how to do this shit. And at this point, everything was just a waste of fucking time. And so I caught his ass to the stand. And I told him to his face. As a matter of fact, let me just play just a little bit of this. There is no issue. There was an issue.
A lot of other people business say they didn't respond.
Okay, so as you guys see here, people in the chat are telling me, girl, if you're smart, you would stay the fuck away from this bitch. Now, people have been warning me about this girl from the minute this girl entered my chat. Said CTV, you just gonna be another bitch like the rest of them, girl. So people were waiting for it, okay?
I would never take none of this shit serious.
I can already see that Doughnut is ungrateful. Okay.
What?
Me and Doughnut are not on the same page in terms of how.
What? No.
And him throwing me under the bus here today. Okay, so I'm telling him to his face, girl, you ain't my type of girl. You are ungrateful as fuck. you know, et cetera, et cetera. So he like, no, yeah. And then in this dialogue, he also threw me under the bus because there was another content creator by the name of Adriana Speaks, who earlier on, this is like in the first phase of me and Doughnut Me Up's association, girl. This is when I would like, I think I dropped down on his bushes maybe 1 or 2 times. He was live and just giving some regular commentary on pop culture shit or whatever. This is when I was trying to be just supportive of him doing content or whatever. He told me he wanted to see me around more, blah, blah, blah. Because y'all know I don't be in nobody chat. I don't be in nobody, like, I don't interact with other content creators shit, okay? So he wanted me to support him visibly. So I had dropped down this particular live stream, and there was a content creator named Adriana Reports who was in the chat. And Adriana Report thought that whatever he was saying at the time, she thought he was talking about me. So she made the comment in the chat and said, oh, I knew it wouldn't last long with CTV. So I saw her comment, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Because he wasn't even talking about me. Why you really impressed to see a situation fall down and implode and to just become undone, girl? Like, you done completely misread the commentary, misinterpreted, girl. Take the wax out your shit, etc. Okay? So she's like, oh, my bad, blah, blah, blah. She was like, I don't want no smoke, CTV, boo, 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 boo. So we cleared it up right then and there. And then it ended in laughs, right? And then the day had went on. It wasn't even a real thing between me and Adriana Speaks. Or, no, I think it's me and the Adriana Report. It wasn't even a real thing, girl. We literally addressed each other right there in that moment, cleared it up in that moment, and moved the fuck on. All in the same moment, girl. It wasn't even a thing. This is something that happened in the chat. We wasn't even on the panel. In the chat. So when it came to the second round with William, he tried to use me addressing Adriana as a false equivalency to his narrative about why he was dragging William. Because his new claims were, oh, by the time we did this second panel, my moderators had already sent me a bunch of screenshots of what you were saying in the chat in the original panel. And I didn't know that we were talking all that shit. Now, mind you, as you guys can see from the text messages, we just communicated right before we did the panel. He never disclosed to me that William had made disparaging remarks about him in that same first panel. And that he had screenshots this and screenshots that. That became new information. And you know why I didn't hear about this until the second round? Because it was a fucking lie. And when William asked him for the receipts, where were the receipts, girl? What was I saying? What you could have been doing was misinterpreting what I was saying in the chat and thinking maybe I was addressing you in a way that I actually was not, or even addressing you at all. I might have been responding to what the fuck CTV was saying, but you wasn't even saying anything that warranted me to have to jump out of the window on you. So you misinterpreted whatever these statements are that I allegedly made that, once again, Doughnut Me Up never showed the receipts for. Never showed the receipts. Because it wasn't fucking true. This was just his excuse to support his immaturity. Because he didn't want to have to say sorry again for wasting everybody's time and jumping out of the window and being emotionally stupid. So he had to create some fucking narrative about why he went left in the conversation he was supposed to be doing damage control in, and he was supposed to be apologetic in, by creating this lie that William was talking all this shit in the chat, which never fucking happened at all. Okay, so I'm calling him out on this panel to his face about him throwing me under the bus, bitch. You trying to equate something that was nothing to all this pussy popping and backpedaling and fuck shit you doing up here on the panel, girl. And the only fucking reason why you even have a voice right now is because you've begged me to do these lives so that you can have a microphone to speak to, because Holiday Heart got your shit on mute. He got your shit flagged down to the ground. So I'm taking time out of my Saturday, girl, to give you an opportunity to clean up your shit because you getting dragged for the comments and the ableist statements you making against William. And not only do you pussy pop and go all the way left in this dialogue, you come up with a bullshit justification for why you go left, don't show no fucking receipts, and then you throw me under the bus by trying to use some shit that wasn't even a thing to try to paint me out as the same person as you. Like, oh, CTV, so you telling me that you don't address da 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 da? Girl, what are you talking about? Me and Adriana Report never fell the fuck out, girl. We kiki in the chat. She said what she said. I corrected her. We chopped it up. We moved on, girl. Nobody had to assemble a motherfucking panel. No disparaging remarks were made between each other, girl. We never even had to verbally communicate to each other to clear the room. Girl, you're using a non-existent situation once again to deflect from all your pussy popping and your devilment and your bullshit. So what the fuck is you talking about? Okay? So then I clocked his ass. Y'all can go watch that panel. Okay? Clocked his ass, called his ass out to his face. Told him, girl, like, this ain't working for me. Okay? Period. So then after that wraps, right? At this point, I'm just like, girl, I'm definitely, like, I'm over it. I'm fucking over it. I'm over. I know that I'm never going to give him my platform again. At this point, I didn't know what I was going to do with the acquaintanceship, but I knew I was never going to do anything else for him, girl. Like, I'm not coming to your platform. I'm not allowing you on mine. I'm not helping to fix your relationship to nobody, bitch. I'm not, like, at this point, I know I'm not doing anything else to help him. And then I was contemplating from there if I even wanted to associate with him at all at this point. So he texts me after that panel wraps, and he says, "Are you upset with me?" I said, "I'm annoyed." He said, "I know I can be exhausting sometimes. Sorry." Girl, what a fucking understatement, right? What a fucking understatement. I say, it's you trying to play me that was extra. I'm helping you. So for you to deflect from apologizing by not apologizing to William, by bringing up an exchange between me and someone else in your chat that had remained in your chat and was resolved in your chat was wild. How you deflect from him, from you and his situation by calling me a hypocrite in a situation that wasn't. I just go on and say everything that I just said. Okay, did he give me some bullshit explanation back in return? Talking about, no, I apologize then. And then that's when he lays out all this shit with the moderators and all that bullshit or whatever. I didn't even give a fuck at that point. All right. So then let me bring back up that video, because I was very clear in the commentary before I had even let him up. When I had William on the platform, I had literally said out my mouth, I'm on William's side. I literally affirmed that I am Team William in this situation. So when the video wrapped, there were people who was confused about what had happened, what was going on, how the situation with William even came about. So I had commented underneath my own video and pinned it to explain what the actual issue was. This is what that comment was. I pinned this 5 months ago. I said, for those who are lacking clarity, okay, which folk was, William is clear about being qualified for dragging, because folk was trying to do this whole, like, well, it's not 4 not 2 for 2. Like, William was talking shit, so Doughnut me up was in his right to talk shit back or whatever. William is clear about being qualified for dragging. Like anybody else, the hypocrisy was William's disability being used in a drag when Doughnut me up is outraged over being dragged for a disability he doesn't even have at this point. Okay, remember, he's being dragged for having HIV, according to the girls. He's outraged that the girls are putting HIV and AIDS claims on him, while he himself turns around and makes ableist statements toward a man who was on his fucking side in the dialogue to start with. William made a logical argument to Doughnut me up about that hypocrisy. Prior to the live, Doughnut me up expressed remorse, which showed in the text, over the ableist statements. Therefore, the focus of the show was for him to express that remorse to William directly. If Doughnut Me Up logic is to be taken seriously, then he should not attempt to hold any of the content creators talking about him accountable if he cannot be held accountable himself. Doughnut Me Up has openly denied the allegations against his health and proved it with receipts, and also called out his detractors for HIV/AIDS shaming, which are health reads, things people cannot change. William simply reminded Doughnut Me Up that he was doing the very same thing by using his disability, which he actually has and cannot change, against him. William never said he should not be talked shit to or be cussed out just because he's disabled and nobody can find a timestamp where he did. He said it's hypocritical to health read him when Doughnut Me Up is calling out others whose health read him. And to make matters worse, he actually was siding with Doughnut Me Up before Doughnut Me Up misread what William was trying to say in their initial altercation. Simply put, simply to the motherfucking point. Okay? So Doughnut Me Up, despite me verbally saying before he even brought his raggedy ass up from the green room, he heard me say that I agree with William in this situation. So all I did in the comment section was respond to confused, disgruntled people who didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I doubled down whose side I was on. I concluded with whose side I was on. So what Doughnut Me Up did was caught himself acting like this thing that I wrote underneath my video, which was consistent with what I said to him in the video, was a problem. So he texted me this long, whiny ass text message I didn't even read in its entirety because, once again, at this point, I was team I don't give no fucks. So he texts me and says, I read your essay. It's giving pandering and fake outrage. Bet. Okay. So now he's the one being a hypocrite. He just agreed to come up on a panel to apologize and have a productive, necessary conversation with an ableist. Not only do we have a text exchange about this, we talked on the phone about this prior to the panel because I wanted to be clear about my expectations in this panel. Because this was not going to be a panel that was going to be for him to railroad and beat down on William again. This conversation was only going to be facilitated if it was going to be productive, if it was going to be constructive, and if it was going to be reconciling. So he reads that comment and says, I just read your essay. It's giving pandering and fake outrage. Even though he's the one who didn't live up to the expectations. He's the one who was a hypocrite and didn't fulfill his word. So I didn't even respond because, once again, at this point, I'm team don't give a fuck. At this point, I'm over it. So then at this point, I'm not even talking to him anymore. I'm not even like fucking with him like that. This is through May girl. Okay. He's still calling me at this point. Nothing. Texting me. Nothing. So then I guess he's the kind of person who thinks like, okay, I know this person is mad at me or frustrated with me or upset with me, but I'm such an entitled, narcissistic piece of shit who's used to getting my way, but not really getting my way, that it just needs a little time. So I'll just chill out and I'll wait a few days and then I'll hit them up. And then we can act like everything is okay and nothing ever happened. And I can continue to benefit from my proximity to said motherfucker. I'm not that bitch. And y'all already know what my motto was this year, right? I was telling y'all, I observe and I adjust now. I don't have no conversations with no bitch. Once I give you the warnings and give you the clues to keep your shit together, bitch, that's where you keep your shit at together. If you don't take heed to that, I'm out. And I do not afford you the luxury of saying goodbye, bitch. I do not afford you a formal farewell. You just pull up one day and find your shit out on the curb, girl. The door is closed. Okay? So at this point, there wasn't no final notice. I didn't give him his pink slip. No, nothing, girl. I just bounced swiftly and professionally, girl. So he texted me. I'm not responding. Then he sends me a clip. No, then he asked me how do I tag a creator in my title where it's clickable on a Friday, April 14th. I say nothing. There's nothing going on between us. Then in May, he sends me another message. And it's Holiday Heart Girl. Apparently on Judge Joe Mathis arguing with some other bitch about some fake ass storyline that they used to get on TV to clout chase off of that didn't even give them no fucking clout. Okay. So he's once again trying to throw me a bone. Girl, trying to read the temperature, trying to temperature check the room, trying to see what it's given. Now, mind you, this is the psychotic part. While he's behind the scenes, asking me questions, trying to peacefully communicate with me, sending me things to get me to laugh, etc. He's on his platform dogging me out during this time. He's on his platform calling me a predator. He's on his platform doing all of this and doing all of that. Spinning the narratives, girl. Outraged, honey. Okay, doing what he does best, bitch. Lying out of his motherfucking wide, stretched, brown asshole. Okay? But what his audience don't know is that the bitch is behind the scenes, not only texting me, trying to sustain proximity and relationship to me. But what they also didn't know is that this bitch was calling me profusely. This is how desperate this bitch was. I want y'all to look at this call log. Okay, look over here to the left first. I want y'all to see how many missed calls there was. I want y'all to see, look at this first, about how pressed I wasn't, girl. You see it, incoming call, missed call, all through March, right? I just want y'all to clock this. I want y'all to see who was chasing down who, girl. Every time we spoke on the phone, it was because I was calling him back. He was the one calling me, girl. Half the time, I wasn't even answering the motherfucking phone for him. Half of the time, more than half of the time, 85% of the time, girl, I was letting his ass hit the voicemail. And this was during us getting to know each other, girl. Okay? I want y'all to clock all this. You see this green? This is outgoing, okay? This is me returning the call from March 18th, where he called me. You see it in red here. Okay? I'm returning calls. He's the one doing the chasing, bitch. But I thought it was me who wanted that girl. I thought it was me, girl. Who buying nudes, girl, that are free on X, bitch. I thought it was me, girl. I thought I was the one that's supposed to be pressed, girl. I thought I was the one, girl, supposed to be sweating him, girl. If you let him tell it and spill it, bitch. Okay? Red. I'm returning call. Return the call. Red. Return that call. Red. Return that call. Let it go to voicemail. Red, girl. Okay? Didn't answer, girl. All incoming. This is him. Missed call, girl. Okay? Let's move over to the next. Girl, you can see all through March, girl. Once again, red. I return the phone call. He called me again, girl. I let it hit voicemail, girl. I returned the phone call. He called back. I let it hit voicemail, girl. I returned the phone call. I let it hit voicemail, girl. Okay. Then he keeps calling, girl. Missed call, girl. Incoming call from him, girl. Okay. I just want you. This is why I did not even defend myself, because I'm just like, he knows he's lying, and he know we both know he's lying. So I can't even take the beef seriously because he's a clown. He's a fucking clown. I know that I'm over here sitting with all of the facts, girl. Okay, so just spin the web, Charlotte. Spin it, girl. Twirl, bitch. All right? Go to the next thread, girl. April the 1st, girl. Now, this is when we're dwindling toward the end, girl. Okay, incoming call. Call him back. I call him back. He calls me March 31st. Voicemail. March 30th. Voicemail. He's calling me back to back. Y'all see this, right? Missed call, the same fucking day. All day, all night, girl. Voicemail, girl. I finally called the bitch back because at this point, girl, I'm done. He's the one making all the effort at this point, girl. He was the one making all the effort when it came to communication. I was the one making all the effort in terms of helping him try to stay on the right track. And when he needed my platform to try to speak his truth through, or when he was on the outs with another content creator, I was helping with all of that, girl. But he was the one running me down, girl. Okay? Missed call. Okay? So let's go, girl. This is toward the end right here. Okay? This is when we're getting toward the end. This is when I'm really, really, really like, on the done side, child. This is when my brain is telling me no. Okay? Missed call. He's calling back to back, y'all. Missed call. He called me at 3:15. Voicemail. 1 a.m. calling me. Voicemail. Okay? Before that, missed call. The 24th. The 25th. In April. Missed call. April the 13th. Missed call. Missed call. And I would intentionally call him back when I felt he was busy so that I didn't have to talk to him. Which is why I would call him back strategically, girl, when I knew he was working or bagging somebody's groceries, girl, etc. Okay. Just going crazy. Lunatic. Now, mind you, all this is happening the month of March, May, all that shit, girl. He's talking shit about me publicly. If you let his public persona tell it, girl, fuck CTV, a predator, CTV. He's bleeding out, girl. Losing his rabbit ass, Mortal Kombat ass motherfucking mind, bitch. But privately, nobody knows the bitch is running me down, girl. All because I said no, Marsha. All because I said no. Okay, you must have ain't been here long, Marsha. Oh, you're saying sarcastically, like from his perspective, like, again, you all wanted to be his friends, right? We the one who want to be his friends. We the one. Now he's publicly calling himself dragging. No bitch can drag me for one. Okay? But you let him tell it, girl. You let him hit the microphone, girl. Everybody after him, girl. Everybody want him, girl. Everybody the one, girl. He's the desperado asshole who's running everybody else down. He ain't got it. You ain't got it, boo. You ain't got it, love. You just don't got it, bitch. And it's all right. Now I want to show y'all something too. Do I got it in here? Okay, I don't think I got it in here. Hold on, girl. Okay. Because it's 2 more things I got to show y'all. Then I can take questions and then we can conclude. 2 things I want to show y'all, right? Hold on. Let me go back to my email. I thought I had screenshotted this shit. Let me go back to my email, girl. And because I'm going to tell you the first sign that I knew the bitch was crazy. This was early on, girl. And see? I'm going to try to take a look at this email here. This one I knew the bitch was like crazy, girl. This is March. So let me show y'all this email. Let me share my screen. He emails me March 9th, 10:17. a.m. in the morning. Let me tell y'all what happened. He had called me. He had looked up and got me on the phone. Because as you guys saw, I was not talking to this bitch like that, girl. Didn't want him, didn't need him, girl. There was nothing that he had that was desirable at all. We was on the phone. I didn't realize that my phone had... Hold on, let me blow this up. I didn't know that my phone was dying. So when it died, I didn't think anything of it. I just put the bitch on the charger. Okay, I carried on. And I just figured like whatever our conversation was, that it would be resumed by tomorrow. Okay. Or whenever we would speak again, girl. As y'all saw, I was not pressed about having any relationship to him at all, girl. It was something that could be here or there, you know? So I wake up the next morning, girl, and he done sent me a message, an email, in fact. Because I guess after my phone hung up, the bitch kept calling, and they kept going to voicemail because obviously the phone was dead. Hey, Storm. Sure do, Storm. I got all the emails. I also have the emails in here of Sledgehammerhead sending me her and Von Ray's TPO, which was against court orders. I also have her emails of her sending me Von Ray's banking information, social security number, all the shit, all the mail that kept coming to her house after she had kicked him out. Oh, yes, girl. You just called me the FBI, bitch. Okay? So he calls me. So I wake up the next morning, girl. There's an email, and it's captioned, damn. And then he writes, you blocked me for what? ? LOL. I don't even care, but I thought you were cool. I said, this girl is out of her mind. She's out of her mind. And it spoke. So there was so much information loaded in this response. The fact that, because a sane, healthy person with an actual self-esteem who is existing outside of trauma, right, would have chopped it up to just that. I'm sure the phone died because, right, CTV would not have a reason to block me. So clearly, if the phone just hung up in the middle of the conversation and I can't reach him, then more than likely the phone died. Okay? And then the person would have made maybe another attempt the next day or the day after that to, you know, pick up where we left off. But when you're dealing with a maniac and you're dealing with somebody who has severe emotional trauma and is in a state of chaos, his first thought was he ran to his trauma around rejection. His first thought was to assume the absolute worst. That was his first go-to. Was his trauma around rejection. And then to project that rejection onto the phone disconnecting. And then looking at the bipolarism within the email, because he titled it Damn, to illustrate that he's been wild, like, wow. There's been a strong emotional impression based upon him not being able to reach me. But then he does the bipolar shit in the email by inquiring about why I blocked him, which once again was an assumption. Then the other side of his brain that's attempting to be sane and healthy is trying to be lighthearted and take it easy and be fake confident by saying, I don't even care. But then by telling me he does care because he's inquiring about why I blocked him, and he's shook by this because he thought I was cool. These actions will not be the actions of somebody who actually does not care. Right. Insane and healthy at the same time. The bitch literally, the pendulum in this bitch brain literally be swinging from left to right. That's why I can't even watch his commentary, because it's like my brain freezes because he contradicts himself every fucking line. He literally be having two opposing thoughts in the same timeline, girl. And the math never maths, girl. Every number equals 0. And this was early on, girl. This is before he got to, like, I think doing the most at this point. So that told me a lot about him. And when we finally did speak, I told him, I said, sir, you need to, like, calm down. Why would you think I blocked you? What was happening in the conversation that would have warranted that from me? Nothing. Is it not possible that my phone died? If in fact you did think my phone that I had hung up intentionally and then blocked you intentionally, why would you even still be contacting me? And you did so because you knew the judgment you were making were superficial and had to do with your own mental illness. That's why. And see, people be experiencing their own mental illnesses while at the same time trying to sustain their relationships, making them appear bipolar and displaced and incongruent. And then it's up to the person who has to deal with that to decide if the person is worth it. It's up to the person who has to deal with somebody who's being manic, somebody who has severe emotional trauma. It's up to the person who is the recipient of that shit to decide, girl, what is it going to give? You know, is this something you can put up with? Is watching somebody project onto you, watching them go through these battles with themselves, make you the author of their confusion, or make you the target sometimes because of their confusion with themselves and their hostility toward themselves. So, it's up to you to decide. But there was a lot of information loaded in this response. And once again, if you let him tell it, girl, we all pressed, okay? Now, there's something else I want to tell y'all. So after he realized, girl, that there's nothing he can do to upset me, there's nothing he can do to trigger me, that he's worthless to me, he finally caved. And he caught himself going on an apology tour like 2 months ago, girl, where he even apologized to... Well, I'm just going to let you guys hear it. This is an excerpt from the apology tour. Catch this. This after he done been dragging publicly, but running a bitch down privately after he been saving face, girl. Acting like he was impressed about a bitch he was super pressed about. Acting like he wasn't addicted to a bitch he was super addicted to. Acting like, girl, he wasn't whooped the way he was whooped, girl. Okay? After the narcissistic attempt to save face and to act unbothered and to act like the one who was in control and to act like the one who was letting everybody else go, who was opening and closing the door. After that had felt him, girl. Because nobody, in fact, was running behind him. Nobody, in fact, gave a damn about our relationship to him. He finally caved, girl, after he realized the war had been won long before he ever began the battle. He went on this apology tour. Listen to this shit.
Even including I have to and with King Bang, I'm gonna just tell y'all all here. Brothers Jaguar, Sean David White, Consciouztv, Armon Wiggins. I don't know how they feel, honestly, but it's taken a lot of my pride to say this, but there was nothing, even though I wanted to project it as if I don't fuck with you, I'm not ever gonna fuck with you. There was never nothing on their part that they did to me that's not irreconcilable, even including them staying false narratives, talking about my house status and stuff. Uncle King Bang.
Okay, so there it is. He's apologizing now after he done went out of his way to make everybody. After he done went out of his way, girl, to paint everybody as as the big bad guy, and everybody's so fucked up, and he don't fuck with none of these hoes, and he don't fuck with none of us, girl, and we the demons, and we devils, and we just at the third, girl. Just laid it out. He turns around and apologizes to us after he spends months building narratives against us. Now, I can't speak for the rest of the bitches that he had smoke with. I can't speak for his situation with them. But that apology was definitely warranted to me because I had never did nothing to the weak bitch. I had never did nothing to that pathetic asshole. Nothing. There was nothing I benefited from by having proximity to him, bitch. I didn't get any more clout. I didn't make any more connections. I didn't get any more subscribers. I gained nothing from proximity to him, bitch. He the one who gained and restored his relationship to Perry and Sherelle via me. And guess what? When he blew it again, Sherelle made sure to hit my platform and tell me, you ain't fucking with that hoe, therefore me and Perry ain't fucking with that hoe. Because we only took that bitch back off the strength of your word. So if you ain't fucking with it, we ain't fucking with it either. The door is closed. After all that shit talking, after all that narrative spinning, after all that happened, girl, the girl had to turn around. After she done tried to come for everybody's reputation, come for everybody's legacy, girl. Oh, but it gets better because there's a specific comment he wants to make to me in his apology tour, girl. Listen to this.
And I hate to fucking say this. But Conscious was right. And
what did y'all hear him say, y'all? Did y'all hear that?
and I hate to fucking say this. But Conscious was right.
After he did all that shit, he still talk shit to this day, but then be behind the scenes texting me from text now numbers, still wanting a bitch to be his friend, girl, while he's publicly running his dick sucker, his super soaker thrower. CTV was right. CTV always kept it real with that bitch, always encouraged that bitch, sent that broke ass bitch money so he can enjoy his broke ass vacation, repair his bullshit with other content creators, always encourage him to stay out of the drama, to put his so-called talent first. And I told that bitch, as you saw in the text messages, that this was going to turn out and bite him in the ass. You trying to go up against and clout chase and smear very seasoned content creators, girl. We have all been through the fire. We've already been through this, bitch. You light work, hoe. It ain't nothing you can say you fucking do, bitch. That can jumpstart a real smear campaign, bitch. You're weak. You coming for girls who done been doing this for years on end, who have stable audiences on this platform, who know their content creators enough to know when they on a bullshit and when they not on a bullshit, and what they more than likely will do and what they more than likely won't do. Don't nobody respect the motherfucking thing coming out your mouth, ho. You're broken, you're raggedy, you're dazzled, and bitch, you're dizzy. Okay? And when 27 Days was on his platform saying that there's really mentally ill people on this platform, he's right. There are. And there's a difference, right? There's low vibrational people on this platform in the form of content creators. And then there's very, very severely broken, severely mentally ill people occupying the space of content creation. Those people are in their separate category from messy ass folk, from just immature ass folk, from just full of shit ass folk. And Doughnut Me Up is one of those motherfuckers. Severely ill and has sabotaged every relationship to every motherfucker that he's come into contact with, has made a mess of it. A mess of it. There's nobody fucking standing. And you know what grandma said, girl? If you find yourself, if you find your motherfucking self, constantly, girl, you're in the constant, it's probably because you're the motherfucking problem. Okay? So, in 27 days, no, I don't feel sorry for him, because by the time 27 days jumped in to trying to be friends with Doughnut Me Up had already showed his hand. "27 days jumped in being petty and trying to use a motherfucker to come at Holiday Heart. I didn't jump into shit. I was minding my motherfucking business. This hoe came running me down. I didn't know who the fuck this bitch was. I didn't hijack his beef with these other bitches, even though some of the bitches that he beefing with is bitches I don't fuck with. I steered away from all that. I didn't start following him and come into his algorithm and try to befriend him, girl, because he was running down on a girl or two that I don't fuck with. That's what 27 days did, though. 27 days intentionally sought relationship to Doughnut Me Up, because Doughnut Me Up was running Holiday Heart down, his old best friend. He knew what that would look like optically to follow Doughnut Me Up publicly. He knew that it would spite and piss off Holiday Heart, and he knew that Doughnut Me Up was cloudy enough and desperate enough and would feel blessed enough by his YouTube presence, girl, that Doughnut Me Up would brag about the association, which would further spite Holiday Heart. "27 days stuck his head into the lion's mouth, knowing it was an actual fucking lion. And now he's crying victim because his ass got bit when he tried to spitefully use this motherfucker to do his dirty work for him against these other girls. See, you gotta clock the whole shit. Now he's talking about, oh girl, he's mentally ill. You knew that when he was coming at all these fucking people. Hell, I knew it by just dealing with the bitch on the background, and I hadn't even seen none of the shit that was happening publicly, because Doughnut Me Up was nowhere in my fucking algorithm. I could feel some shit was like, what's going on here? I intentionally stayed away, girl, from even indulging in the information, girl. Didn't want nothing of it. 27 days tried to intentionally hijack that beef because he would have been able to live vicariously through Doughnut Me Up coming at Holiday Heart. But he is right. There are a lot of mentally ill, fucked up ass people. This made my skin crawl. CTV. Oh, what did Sharon? What happened? He's got to run from the 27. He's got to run from the 27 mess now. Who knows who he'll use to change the narrative? And he don't even have anybody to use the narrative. You know, he don't even have access to no large of enough content creator to spin the narrative. He's forced to dwell at the bottom of the fish aquarium. All the rest of us got our own platforms, which are larger than his, and have access to content creators larger than his. There's a few platforms I could go if I wanted to do a bitch in and do a bitch real dirty. Could do. Yeah, this ain't Clubhouse. I told him that, Marsha. I said, bitch, this ain't Clubhouse. Oh, you must not know about YouTube, girl. This is a whole nother game. This bitch was shocked at who he calls the robot and the level of doxing she was able to do on YouTube that motherfuckers on Clubhouse never did, girl. He was shocked when that bitch was pulling out rabbit hat number 1, rabbit out of the magic hat number 2. He didn't even know he had did half the shit that old girl had exposed him for, girl. She drudged up all of the police reports, girl. All of the PTOs, girl. All of the things, girl. Flying off the air mattresses, honey. Refusing to come up out of women's homes, honey. PTOs, restraining orders, girl. Drudge it all up, honey. Baby, that motherfucking nigga got a second awakening on this motherfucker. Okay, when it was all said and done, girl, Doughnut was reduced, girl, to mere ashes, girl. And he been pissed and pressed ever since, girl. It's not working out for him. But I hope that he got his ham sandwich from Zeus Network. I just wanted to come and officially clear the room. I had never did a receipt show and cleared it all the way up. Now that we are so clear, girl, it don't get no more clearer, girl. Okay, it is what it is. I don't give a fuck what a bitch say, what they spin, what they claim. The difference between me and I hope, even if he does have a narrative that can be believable to somebody, is his character is the one that's consistent on these streets. So I got friends on social media, bitch. It's a lot of things that CTV might be known for, girl, but a liar is not fucking one of them, bitch. And certainly not buying no motherfucking raggedy ass, free ass community dick from a pissy ass motherfucking Jamaican who probably don't even have his motherfucking immigrant card, ho. A bitch might disagree with CTV, but bitch, CTV is not known as a liar. Motherfuckers might have a problem sometime with my politics, bitch, and what I stand for. But a liar, bitch, CTV has never and will never be known as. So that's why I never be worried about the lies these bitches tell, baby, because CTV doesn't have a history and a legacy of being a liar. But we can see from that beautiful bean footage who didn't do no ass whipping. We can see from that beautiful bean footage, bitch, who did not get knotted me up. If you let Doughnut me up, tell it, girl. As we can see from the receipt, girl, we know who was spinning narratives behind the scenes, girl, trying to paint themselves as a victim when in fact they were a fucking villain. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. We can see who's a liar, our girl. We can see from all the police reports, from all the TPOs and restraining orders, girl, what the real tea is, girl, that this is not even just social media. This is a frame of mind and a way of operating in one's real life, girl. This is how your real relationships are set up. These are the Hunger Games you play in your actual reality, girl. This is not even limited to simply YouTube and Clubhouse and social media. That in real life, girl, you have lost your motherfucking mind and have never found her again. She's neither on layaway nor is her mind still on the shelf, girl. She is gone. Oh yeah, for sure. See, the thing about 27 is that 27 exists in the same spaces that these low vibrational bitches also exist in. You would never see that type of moment between me and Doughnut me up, girl. You thought she was way behaved out there on that curb after she had just got off the bus at that stop sign, girl, to attend that free lunch at Zeus. You thought she was well behaved in 27 days presence, girl. That bitch would damn near be asleep in mine. That bitch knew to try 27 days when they were in a secure building where there were 50 million bounty hunters who could snatch himself up, where he also knew there were cameras rolling. He knew that because if he had any real smoke, if you let him tell the girl he can whip all the ass, beat all the ass, girl. He knew all the way about that life, girl, but he was just as quiet as Holiday Heart in 27 Days was at that motherfucking bus stop, bitch. He was just as muted, girl. He was just as frozen in time, girl. He was just as information, girl, as Holiday Heart in 27 Days was in that clip, girl. That frail bitch waited until him and his parachute ass coat girl got into Zeus Network, where he knew the bodyguards and the security were in arm's reach, girl, of blocking him, girl, from the 6 rainbow ninjas who were on his motherfucking ass. He made sure, girl, not to even interrupt 27 Days until she started twirling and suicide dipping close enough to security, girl, who could visibly see the altercation and rapture his ass up and out swiftly and professionally, girl. He made sure, girl, that he threw that swish of water in 27 Days' face, girl, once he was nearest to the exit, Miss Mama. Okay? He had planned strategically, girl, his escape plan, bitch. Okay? You let these girls tell the girl, though, they so bad about it, ride it, bitch. But we can see, girl, in broad daylight, girl, where there was no security and there was open an opportunity in midday, girl, out there at the bus stop, that nobody had smoke. Nobody was about that motherfucking life, bitch. Nobody had pressure for the other, girl. Not near bitch did. Not near baddest bitch had it, girl. You let them tell it, girl. See, 27 Days is reachable, bitch. I'm not. Girl, private jets. Sugar baby, bitch. Girl, a bitch could never get within arm's reach of me. Who? I'm not even worried about a bitch trying me because I know these hoes is pussy. The beautiful being footage, girl, from the last Zeus event proves that. Holiday Heart running around, girl, in the backseat of a goddamn cab, hollering, where he at? Where he at? Girl, you know he's 27 miles down the road at this point, bitch. You know exactly where he at, girl. Don't come circling the block now, bitch. Acting like the girl is still on school premise, girl, when you know she left 30 minutes ago. And you hooting and hollering, girl. Dreadlock wig about to fly off, girl. Car window shaking and shivering, bitch. Mechanical failures everywhere. Where she at, y'all? Where she at, y'all? Where you at, bitch? Girl, get the fuck out of here, girl. These hoes are goofy. These hoes are corny, girl. These hoes are goofy and corny and goofy. Goofy as fuck. Girl. I could never, girl. Girl, these hoes be trying each other's life and then not. All at the same time, Grace. So cringy. It's so embarrassing. Girls getting banned from courts, banned from bars, banned from free. I mean, how you get banned from the ghetto for being ghetto, girl? That's what it's like to be put out on the side of the road of a free Zeus Network event, girl. How you get kicked out of the ghetto for being ghetto, girl? So what we can extract from this situation, girl, is that even the ghetto has a standard, girl. The bar might be set very low, but it is set in the ghetto, girl. And these girls have achieved, girl. Being able to get their ass, shimmy their ass up underneath that bar. Some way, somehow, girl. Kim Impossible. I simply had time tonight. That's it. I just came to dance for y'all, girl. Okay? And I thought since, you know, this was a proper opportunity, girl, since the bitch claiming that I pay her for pics, girl, that are free, girl, on Twitter. I can see things for free, girl, that I never could have saw, girl, paying for, girl. Why would I pay for something that's already free and something that I don't want to see to begin with? You stick your dick in raw Twitter Italian ass and tell niggas to push their guts out on your meat. Are you done? You're literally bouncing from Twitter post to Twitter post, girl, asking Italian men, can y'all fuck again, girl? We should fuck again. So they can push it out. And just to think, girl, them hands went on 27 days, girl. She not quarantining, girl. Y'all better go tell 27 days, girl, the quarantine girl. Them girls like raw sewage, girl. Raw sewage. Okay? This bitch be moving through Italian booty hole like it's the Underground Railroad, honey. We just trying to make it make sense, bitch. Now we know who pressed, girl. Now we know who paying for what, bitch. Okay? So, we're all good in the hood. I hope y'all are complete. Okay? I am complete, girl. I feel completely blessed by this commentary, girl. I have nothing left to say. Now y'all know what the whole entire truth is. Okay? Y'all done synced it for yourselves, girl. And we just gonna continue to move on swiftly and professionally because that's all we came to do, girl. I just come to dance for y'all. That's it. Okay, I want to thank my baby mama for those nasty cash app, girl. I'm just looking at these cash apps, y'all. Thank you, baby mama Ken, for the old nasty cash app. Thank you, baby. My God, today she sitting in her monthly quota, girl. Sitting me all her man's money. Thank you, my baby mother Ken. Thank you, my baby mother Ashley, who says for love you back and love you more, baby. Okay, Ken says for follow you on IG if you can. Okay, got it, boo. DM me, I got you. Okay, my baby mother Monica for the ghetto has standards. That part. I love y'all. Yeah, I'm complete, girl. I just think that all this shit is funny, girl. It's a gag, girl. Let these whores spin narratives. That's what they come on YouTube to do, girl. They gonna make it as salacious as they can. They gonna make it as bad as they can, girl. It's the same rerun shit, girl. If they ain't throwing some type of predatory ass narrative on you, girl, then they throwing some it's all the same shit, girl. See them all come, see them all go, girl. Now y'all know why I be sitting easy and breezy on these hoes, bitch. Cause see, I be clear about what time it is. I be clear, girl, about what time it is, honey. And I'm glad that Cupcake made a moral decision, girl, to stand on the side of truth, girl. Because, you know, we need more girls who are like that. We need more people who are like that, girl, who, you know, we cool because I bet you, girl, he gonna come for her neck the way that he tried to come for mine because I sided with William. I can side with the fuck I want to side at, bitch. Okay, the nature of my friendships are not predicated upon my ability to agree with them all the time or to kiss their ass even. Okay, all of my relationships, girl, are built upon truth and justice. We know how to disagree. We know how to have opposing opinions about shit, girl. We know how to hold each other fucking accountable, girl, without it causing detriment to the relationship, girl. So shout out to Cupcake, girl, for being as cool as she could. But once she realized that a bitch was trying to get her to lie and to be insincere, girl, and was trying to spin tails, she whore that. She whore that. Okay? And she exposed the kingdom thereof. Period. All right, receipts in order. It's clear who was in her. Salute. Period. Thank you. Oh my God. Hey, Viper. Thank you, baby mama. Y'all know the donation information, girl, is in the description. Thank you, baby mama Viper, for the only piece of cash app, girl. Period. God bless my baby mothers. I love my baby mothers. I love them. I love y'all. We got a hot topic, y'all, coming up later today. We're going to be getting into this kind of petty shit, girl. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, girl. They got it going on out here, honey. It's up, child. So we're going to be getting into all of that. Make sure that you have your notification bell set to all. When I click the watch page, girl, make sure y'all set y'all reminder on it. We're going to be getting into some things. And, yeah, I'm done with it, girl. This is the final show for me. This is the final curtain call, girl. The credits for me are rolling. I don't give a fuck if another bitch continues to talk, if another bitch continues to yabba dabba do, girl, because you know the girls, they have to defend themselves, girl. So let them do whatever they do, girl. Okay? I just went rinsed and fucking washed and rinsed a bitch. Okay? Case closed for me, girl. Case closed for me. All right? So, love you, and I'll see you all later. Bye.